Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this wonderful Friday afternoon, right? Friday, 9:32 a.m. And we're going to get into the show and get in to what keeps your guys' adrenaline pumping every single day, and that is crypto. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me and being a part of the live. Wow, you guys are hitting up with the comments. I love that. Comments are my favorite. Just checking the sound. Sound is sounding great. Everything sounds good. I'd like to load up a little music. I'm just weary of music because the guys will say it's copyright free, and then I won't be able to monetize. So just something I've been trying to watch out for every day. Teach your kids to love coding. That's pretty interesting. I wouldn't mind doing a coding class. That'd be pretty cool for my child. Anyway, okay. No copyright, low hip-hop, lo-fi. And shout out to everyone here on the live as we move forward into the space, doing our thing. Shields up, shields down. If you put your shields up on Brave Browser, you will never have to watch an ad again on YouTube. And if you decide to watch an ad on YouTube, you will get paid for it. So why wouldn't you do that? Why would you play yourself any other way? Let's get into the idea of what's happening today. We'll look at the fear and greed index for crypto at 77, still into somewhat extreme greed. I think this thing is somewhat broken, though. I think we're too far evolved into a bigger cycle, and this thing really only takes like swing cycles. Like, I don't think it does too well. It's a good indication here and there. Every once in a while, like, okay, it's a good indication, but for the most part, I wouldn't like take it as gold at this point. I wouldn't take it as gold. What's up, lifers, in morning, afternoon, and evening? Shout out to Andreas. Shout out to everyone here. Tazo Beats, 1 inch prediction. Morning, lifers. Good morning. 1 inch, man. If you just hold in, Wahoo, Kylan is out today. Shout out to everyone here on the live, man. Doing well, doing well. All right. So, what do we see happening? The screen. Top 5 alts to accumulate for spring explosion, plus Bitcoin and alt analysis. Ask about any coin. If you're new to the live stream, every day we're going to go over Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance. We're going to explain to you why these things are important, because not everybody realizes why these things are important or why they're needed in order to trade. So we got some news set up already too. I got a bunch of news lined up for you guys. Pretty cool. I spent an hour and a half already this morning digging through the news. So I've already prepared this whole show for you guys and put in some work so we can just keep it on moving throughout the show. Thank you guys so much for coming on in. 1 inch, sir. Funny. I'm an Aries, so like I have this fight where like I don't want any bosses. So even when someone's like 1 inch when I'm about to do Bitcoin, it's like, damn, like I'll show you 1 inch real quick. It's very rare for me to do this though. Take a look at 1 inch, okay? Still in my buy zone right there. You can see I had a trade going on it, and it's in the falling wedge now at this point, okay? And you can check that daily is about to go. It's making its first higher low in a while. Look, lower low, lower low, very lower low, higher low than that. It's starting a new trend in my opinion. It's starting a new trend. Okay, and we can also put it in the bull and say it's starting to find its new accumulation phase. Taking a while though, taking a while. But it is respecting this trend line here. And you can see it's kind of insane. But these things do the same thing every time. Support and resistance. Here was previous resistance. Where did this wick come to? The exact price action. So you can tell this is how people keep it up. Here for the top tier guidance. Keep it rolling. Please take a look at H bar. Please tell us about Bake. Please. Dragos Bahan. Good morning. How's the newborn? Newborn's doing great. Thank you so much for asking. What do you think of Theta? I think Theta is amazing. I own a big fat bag of Theta. We got into Theta around $1. I knew about Theta at 40 cents. I kicked myself for not buying it. Went to $1.20. I should have 3x my money at that point. And I limped in at $1 and $1.60 at one point. So it's still up very well in Theta. Not one of our biggest gainers, but we should have already got in at 30 cents. And we should have made a 15x on Theta. We're going to go into Vechain. We're going to go over all this stuff, guys. But just hold your horses. If you're new to the show, the first thing we're going to go over is Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. Since Bitcoin is really running the show here. Okay. We do see some things squiggling through, and we're going to show you that as well. And when I mean squiggling through, I mean some things are still going to go up despite what Bitcoin does, all right? Now, you see right here, this is the stochastics RSI, and we're now pointing down, but we're curving. We're curving, and I think we curved back to the upside here. I think we got held by some strong momentum, and we went all the way to $46,000, but we got held up here. That's a bit of a, that's a hammer doji as well. Let me teach you about the hammer doji. Also, if you don't know what a doji is, if you don't know your candlesticks, type in Investopedia, okay? Investopedia, you shouldn't take any tokens until you do Bitcoin dominance, unless you get a super chat. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I agree, you know? I agree. And you could type in Investopedia, and you could type in here candlesticks, right? Candlesticks and oscillators for swing trades. Candlesticks, the lightweight to logical trading. And you could just see all the different types of candlesticks that are being made, what they are, read about them. There's so much information, but what I'll show you is there's a hammer doji. The hammer doji, okay? It's right here. You see it? And what it represents is it represents heavy buy pressure, okay? So we'll take a look at this hammer doji right here. All right? And, ooh, I don't want someone else's content because that will ruin me. But if you see here, doji, long leg, dragonfly, gravestone. You don't want the gravestone. It tells you it was sell pressure, right? But the other way, a flipped gravestone is to the upside. Donated 25. Boss, how are you? Can I contact you for a one-on-one on Telegram? What do you think of Engine based on the chart? Amazing. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're amazing, man. Really appreciate that. So we will pause the Bitcoin for 1 second because it's a super chat. All right. And I believe that if you provide value to my life, then I'll provide value to you. So let's take a look at Engine. Engine pumped really hard right now. Obviously, good time to have taken profits. If you didn't take profits on Engine, I don't even need to look at it to say should have taken some profits on Engine. Not sure why this is spinning. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's get the internet running here. I pay for 1 gig line on Fios, so I don't understand why you're playing games. Anyway, do have a lot of windows open, but that should not matter. Should not matter, honestly. Could be this window here. Okay, so let's take a look at Engine for you real fast. And then we're going to get back into Bitcoin. And Bitcoin dominance was really is how the show works. All right, shout out to everyone here. 41 people, 21 people watching. Just not the life or way. Just not the life or way. I just feel like people should have that frequency, right? That frequency of like, okay. So check it out. I do see swing up to swing up, and I see a little flat line here. Possible some hidden bullish divergence on Engine. Possible. We are coming close to the 21-day moving average, which is a good sign. It's a good sign. I'm going to go to the 1 hour for a better vision of what we see. Now, this is not good. Shoulder, head, shoulder. That is a head and shoulder pattern. If you take your bottom neckline here and go like that, we should have broken even further down. Now, there's a chance we do. I'll tell you your measured move of this shoulder. You don't like this pattern. It's not a beautiful pattern to be seeing. When I see it, I run for the hills. It's the scariest pattern in crypto. And it's the scariest pattern in everything, honestly. I'm not selling my Engine, taking it to the grave. Well, I mean, if that's your suggestion, I like it. I'm the same way. But it's nice if you want more Engine. You want to be greedy about what you want, right? Greedy about Engine coin. So we got greedy about Engine coin. So there's a chance Engine could come all the way back down to 88. I'm not suggesting it's happening immediately, and it doesn't look right here. The 1 hour is suggesting that there's some more upside. So what it looked like is we should have made a measured move. We did not. That's when a bearish sign becomes bullish, right? When it doesn't fully hit its measured move, it tells me that there was people saying, no, no, no. So to me, it tried to break out, came back into the pattern, did a retest. That made people think they were buying the perfect retest, came back and dumped on them back into the pattern. Now it's moving this way through the pattern, right? And we see another pattern. We see another pattern as well for Engine coin. And it's like this, okay? But it's beginning to break to the upside now. It is breaking out of this falling wedge that it was in. So right now, the 1 hour looks pretty juicy. It really does. Despite all the movement that Engine coins had, the 1 hour tells me that it may get all the way back up to this previous high, 152, and continue to the upside. Now, I still think there's some downside pressure on this once it reaches these highs, because we're going to go look at the daily, and you can see we're getting turned on. We're getting very, very overbought, right? We're also extremely far away from the 21-day moving average. Eventually, we will come back. We will come back. It probably will bring the price up a little bit, but we'll come back to it. Let's take a look at the 4 hour as well. 4 hours actually set to go. So, hey, when I see the 1 hour and the 4 hour both low on the stochastics and or momentum moving to the upside, it's a good sign. So this tells me you could ride this trade probably up to here at about 166, and then that's gonna be it, right? Because the 4 hour actually is playing with the 21-day moving average, and we're seeing a lack of bearish momentum. So, and slight hidden bullish divergence there. Not perfect. Let me show you. If you take a swing low here to a swing high, to a swing low, these two swings, and you did the same right around here, they kind of go flat compared to the upswing there, and that is a divergence. Little bit of hidden bullish divergence showing its face here. So, yeah, the falling wedge is a bullish pattern. It breaks out 68% of the time, and we're already getting a breakout here, a pretty big one actually at 126. So, we go back to the 15-minute, and you can see that we've already closed the candle up and came back. We may retest, but this one looks like it's ready to rock. So, if you really want to get into this, the 1 hour and the 4 hour are good. Wait for the 15-minute to come down, and now could be an execution to get into the trade. So, sorry for being late. You can start now. Peace. Yeah. Okay. So there's your engine coin. Health for engine coins looking nice. Just look at that daily. That daily is telling you that it's time to take some profits. Don't get juiced up. This is what happens to everybody. Look, yesterday, 3 days ago, Cardano, 150, 160. Oh, it can't go down. And look, back to $1.07, back to $1.10. Buy, sell it at 160, buy it back at $1. It's hard. It's not easy. I know it's not easy to sell. It's as hard to sell as it is for everything else. But there's your engine coin prediction. And I'm telling you, let's look at the 3-day to give you an even broader scheme of what's going on. Even the 3-day is getting extended. That's a big sign to tell you that, you know, this is, look at the size of that candle on the weekly. Look at the size of the candle on the weekly. We're very overbought on the biggest 3 time frames. The daily, the 3-day, and the weekly. That's telling you something, man. We just went all the way from 39 cents really to 126. We did a beautiful 3.5x. So, you know, be wary, man. Nothing continues to the upside. I'll prove it to you if you want me to do that. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin now. The elephant in the room. What are you doing, Bitcoin? What are you doing? Let's look at it fresh. Let's start with some weekly support and resistance lines, okay? And what you can do, too, is you can actually label this the weekly, which is kind of nice in a way because then you know, like, where you got this resistance line. You could even color it different lines, you know? Yeah, engine's about to crash hard. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Actually, I don't know. It's not about to crash. Actually, my analysis says it's going to go up to 166. So it's actually going to go up another 30% before it does actually crash. Now, the weekly. What I love to see about the weekly is we're getting to that oversold region. And that's a beautiful, beautiful sign, right? Because weekly, we want to get down here. We want to get down in here. And you know what? What I love to see is look what Bitcoin did. This was the resetting process for the RSI right here. This was the resetting process, meaning this is the RSI coming down. And look, so coming to the downside, and we still had upward momentum. That tells you that this just, I'm telling you right now, those are the biggest signs I've ever seen when the stochastics RSI is pushing down, but price continues to the upside, even on little dip upswings like this. Like this was just little swing on the momentum, upside. Bearish engulfing candle on the weekly though, right? That is, you know, we could fit this candle in that candle. Not a good sign. I don't like seeing that. That wasn't a good candle close on Monday night, on Sunday night there. So, you could see now, don't FOMO in, people. Wait till the dip. Saturday, Sundays are usually bloody days. Actually, you know, I found the weekends are pump days. I found the opposite. I find Friday night is bloody. Saturday morning can be bloody, but it's not always the case. It's not always the case. But hey, because I wouldn't make general statements about the weekend, because I'll be honest, there's so many weekends that have pumped really well. Because of the low liquidity, the weekends actually can be pretty fun. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I can remember many a weekend where I was just watching my account fly and taking some profits and having fun. So it's not always the case that the weekend is crap. It's not always the case. Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Now, what we talk about all the time is the catalyst for a next big move. And honestly, let's take a look at some fractals here. Let's take a look at some fractals for Bitcoin, because you tell me and I'll tell you, and we can kind of lay it out together. So we'll take my bars pattern here, and we'll juice it from the beginning of the impulse to the end of the downtrend, where we eventually decided to make a move on up. Okay, I'm going to peel that off. Now, one thing I want to show you too is, don't you see, and I'm just going on pure logic here, I'm not listening to the hype, but don't you see a shoulder, a head, and then a bit of a right shoulder there, right? Didn't get as low as this low, even though it was close. 1 inch, please, bro. Christ, 1, 2, 3. Shout out to you, man. We will go over 1 inch. Thank you so much for doing that. Just give me 1 second to finish this Bitcoin dominance tutorial. So look at this. We're touching the 200-day moving average with the inverted head and shoulder, okay? That was the catalyst to the upside, all right? Now, what are we doing? We're touching the 200-day moving average with a head. Do you guys see anything? Do you see anything? And look, the right shoulder way higher than the left shoulder. And so we have two big shoulders. Yes, yes, Chief, morning. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for coming on in. So now we can take this too, and we can shrink it down to match the movement. I'm telling you, you're not going to be perfect, but they're pretty damn close, if you ask me. We have our rounded top action, right? Rounded top. We come down. We come back up again. This one was a little lower. This one was a little higher, right? We didn't get as high, but we have our high. Then we have another dip. This is our dip, okay? Then we go up again. Then we dip again. We dipped again. Then we go up to the side. We ring. We dip again. We should get a pump now, another dip, and then we'd be on our way out of this pattern. So a lot of people are calling for $45,000, $42,000 Bitcoin. Is that going to happen? Honestly, I see this going down right now. This is what I see, guys. Okay, running out of room in a bull pennant, right? Let's go back to the basics. Let's forget about the news. Let's forget about people talking about the stock market dumping, taking Bitcoin down. Let's just forget about all the nonsense that we hear outside, and let's focus on what we do. I just do the opposite of what Randall from CL says, and I continue to profit. Really? I like that guy. I thought he had like a lot of... That's interesting. I actually love Randall. He told me to get into Cardano at 2 cents. Interesting. Hey, I find his information unbelievable. I actually was going to do a collaboration with him, but damn. But anyway, look, we're actually in talks to do a collaboration. 60K before 42K, in my opinion. I just do the opposite of Randall at CL says, and I continue to profit. Let's talk about that. Come into the Telegram group. I want to let me know exactly what because he might. I don't watch all his videos. I watch one here and there. So I did join his Patreon. Give him some love, man, because he helped me get into Cardano like 4 years ago, and I like what he has to say. But hey, nobody's perfect in this game, right? So we look at the oscillators, and I go through my checklist. My checklist before I get into any trade is the price in a bullish pattern? I say yes. Is the price towards the bottom of the pattern? I say yes, right? Okay, so that's an entry right there. Bullish pattern, bottom of the pattern. Now, is the MACD turning in a bullish way? Yeah, it's turning pink, and I see the blue line curving. Interesting. Are there any divergences? There's a slight divergence there, slight bullish divergence, because we have swing down to swing down. That's a little flat. Not really, though. Not on the 4 hour. The RSI is below 50, though, and ready to go, and it's not overbought, so I like that. That's a good sign. And the stochastics are pointing down below the dotted line. Now, we could get a double top up here, and this could go one more time sideways. We're not out of it yet. But this is suggesting that Bitcoin goes to $68,000 on the 4 hour on a smaller time frame. And you can see on the bigger time frames I've been showing you guys and predicting a $75,000 Bitcoin not too long from now. So, right, so far so good. I like what we're seeing. Good consolidation. 4 hour looks very healthy for a trade. So, do you enter the trade right now? Do you get into Bitcoin? Let's take a look. Let's talk about it. Let's get into this. So, I'd go to the 1 hour and see what's up. 1 hour is oversold. Okay, so want to come down to the pattern. So that tells me Bitcoin's coming back down to about 46,000. So look, if we don't break this top trend line here, high chance we come back and test the bottom of the trend line at 46,000. The 1 hour is suggesting that this is about to occur. So, okay, see a little bit, no hidden bullish, but so 1 hour in our favor. 15-minute also needs to come to the downside. So I wouldn't make a trade on Bitcoin right now. I'd leave it alone. I'd leave it alone unless you wanted to short it back down to the bottom of the pattern. So here's the only trade I see viable for Bitcoin. 1 hour. We'll zoom in really, really close. So if I had to make a trade on Bitcoin like it was my life, I would short it back down to the end of the pattern here. 2% loss down to 46,588. That would be the plan. And that's it. Nothing bigger, nothing smaller, just this little move. So let's go back to the daily for Bitcoin. Daily's just getting started. Hasn't had its MACD cross yet, right? Below that dotted line, going to play games down here till it could even do something like this till it really decides to boom on out. But these are starting to look very similar now, these corrections. And it's only a matter of time till we break on out of the correction. And I like the 4 hour holding levels with the 200-day moving average. It's a big deal, and it means a lot. And these are the inverted head and shoulder on the 200. They look so similar. They look so similar. All right. Let's get into 1 inch for you on that super chat. Thank you so much for asking about 1 inch. 1 inch, one of my favorite plays. I almost think we went over. I think I went over 1 inch this morning already at the beginning of the show. I did. I actually did this already. So if you want to just go back to the beginning, you'll see this analysis done really well. And I know you paid, but like it's done even better like when I did it live. But all I'm saying is it's in this bowl. It's going to continue to consolidate, and then it's going to make its way on out. I call this a buy zone, and I call that a sell zone. Say 1 inch will be in the $8 region before you know it, and it's only a matter of time. You have a real 90s Queen New York accent. That's weird because I lived in Queens for 20 years. It's weird, but I lived in Boston too. Funny that you picked up my Queens accent from the 90s. That's weird, man. I lived in Queens for about 15 years of my life. So the fact that you picked up the Queens accent is pretty interesting. The dollar is pumping hard today. It's really scaring me a little bit too as well. How's Ave looking? We'll take a look at Ave. 48 people watching, 33 likes. My favorite number in the world, man. Let's keep the comments coming, though. Keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. I lived in Woodside. I then lived in, I went to St. John's. So I started off, over there on Utopia Parkway. And I got to know Jamaica Ave, Went over to Jamaica Ave all the time. Would cop the freaking Jamaican bread and had fun. Yeah, I spent some time in Forest Hills. Had a girlfriend over in Forest Hills for a little while. Not too long, just a little bit. I used to go to Austin Street, to Johnny Rockets. Been up and down the strip. You heard of DSLA? Yeah, DSLA has been coming across my radar over and over and over again. Just keeps people talking about it. So let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. No, but look at the dollar. They're doing something with the dollar really shady. They're sending gold and silver down the tubes, which to me is very, very strange. But look at the dollar now, about to hit 92. Like, this is getting really strange. It really is. Like, I told you, even the TA didn't make sense, right? We were oversold here on the dollar on the 4 hour. Yet we're beginning to pump even on a curve here. Now it's only a matter. I think this is one last attempt to do something funny. But this is our resistance point here for the dollar. We break above here, then the dollar can continue up all the way to 93. That would not be good for Bitcoin, all right? It just would not be good for Bitcoin. It's not good for Bitcoin right now. It's, pumping dollar doesn't bode well. But you know what? If they manipulate this stuff, to me, it's not real. So it actually may not even work, whatever they're trying to do. But it is breaking this resistance line. You can clearly see it broke the resistance line. It was in a bit of a kind of like this, some of a very strange pennant. Sometimes I shave off the ends here just to make it look probable, like more like the pennant fell out, came back into the pattern, right? Now, don't break the rules until you know the rules, all right? I live in Woodside, but not in New York. That's funny, man. That's funny, man. Yeah, so I lived in Jamaica. Then I moved to Spanish Harlem, 99th and 3rd Avenue. I lived there for about 4 years of my life. Fell through a glass door, cut my hand open. I was bleeding, almost died. You can see right near my main artery, gushing blood out the street. Like, had to run to a hospital. Like, the whole guy put his shoelace on my arm. Like, yeah, man, I've lived that New York life. Almost lost my life a few times. And that's why I enjoy these moments with you guys, because yields in the bond market going bonkers, messing up their game. Peeps taking G profit from this pump and trying to buy real stuff with fake paper. Fake papers, bro. Fake papers, man. You guys said it. So, dollar index. Just want to show you that it's doing something shady business. Let's take a look at the daily. It's overbought and overbought on the 4-hour and the daily. Has no business pumping right now, and it has downwards momentum on the 1 hour. They're defying TA at this point, and that's how I know they're doing something really shady. Dow Jones, okay? Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones was in this rising wedge. All right, remember I gave you this pattern here, this pennant, and I said it's either going to break up or down. It broke down, but it hit the bottom of this rising wedge. Now, as long as we stay in this rising wedge, like I showed you guys, everything will be okay for the Dow Jones. And we are hitting this correction area here, but this is fine. We just need to hold this level. If we do not hold this level, you can see that I have the measured move for the Dow down here at $19,000. So don't be crazed when you go, oh, there's $19,000 Dow. The Crypto Lifer was already telling you about this. I predicted the March crash. How? I used to go and show us on the weekly that we were overbought, and it looked like we were going to come on down. It was very simple to me. I showed a Fibonacci level, retracements. I even said it looks like we're going to probably come down to 18, 17,000 area. I have this all documented too. I have this all documented. So you can go back to my channel. You can see how one man predicted the Dow crash. Back then, not many people were watching my channel, so it didn't really get much of a push. But yeah, I was showing you how the Dow was going to go. Bro, why is cake dropping like a stone? It's probably not true. It's probably not true. It's not dropping like a stone. That's not true. It's clearly not true. It's actually been going up. It's made its second higher low. You don't know TA. You need tutoring. Darian Quibell, you need tutoring, man. Brooklyn 99 vibes. Yeah, bro, you need tutoring, seriously. I'm calling you out, and I'm sorry to call you out, Darren. But, yeah, you need to start looking at your TA and realizing we got a head and shoulder forming. We're forming a bowl. This thing is probably ready to rock. And we'll get into it for you in a second. Let's just finish. So Bitcoin dominance. I like what I'm seeing. It's staying in this chop. As long as Bitcoin stays in chop, it's good for altcoins too. As long as it stays in here. And this is forming a bearish pennant, which is getting ready to break to the downside. So everyone's holding their breath for this moment. A bit of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, even though it's not perfect. You know, just some bearish tones here for Bitcoin dominance. Telling you, man, it's setting us up for a big spring. If you think cake is dropping bad, you probably bought way too high. Yeah, you probably bought an oscillator that was extremely high. We don't do that. We bought cake at 60 cents, right? So we made a killing on cake. We're well above a 20x. 10x was $6. $12 was a 20x. So we're a little above a 20x. My bad. My man, let's look at the cake chart. I'm going to keep on staking and baking. Yeah, we'll get into cake in a second. There's no reason why. I'm going to talk about cake every day. It's one of my biggest holdings at this point, and I can't believe that. He's probably looking at cake on the 1 minute or the 15 minute. It's funny, man. It's probably true. Shout out to you guys for saying that. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Yesterday was crazy. I don't know what happened with the live. It just seemed like, you know what? I let my daughter at the beginning. I don't know what happened, but it seemed like the algorithm. I think when you have a kid in it, they picked up the kid. That's all I'm thinking about. They're very wary of children here on YouTube, and I think that may have done something to the live stream. I have no idea. But anyway, so the bull pennant format and breaking to the downside. Look, right now, let's look at the oscillator. It came up, but it's pointed back down. It can still get all the way down here to the dotted level. So it's still pointing down, downward momentum, downward movement for Bitcoin dominance. Let's look at the 4-hour as well. Actually starting to point back to the upside. Could it curve back down and do a double bottom? Yes. But we got to watch that now because this is telling me the dominance might make a little bit of a peak this weekend. This tells you watch your alts for the weekend. There could be a chance. I learned the diamond hand strategy from the lifer. Yo, they call me diamond hands, bro, because I don't let it go. I don't let it go. I could show you trades I held for 3 years until they came into the green. Literally 3 years until they came into the green. I'll show you. I'll be honest. I'll show you one right now if I can. I'll show you. I'm not perfect every time. Sometimes I'm like, wow, I think they're going to do this. And they manipulate the market. So let's take a look at what's going on here. But we'll get into diamond hands at the end. Right? So Bitcoin dominance. We went over that now. So we went over Bitcoin. I showed you it looks like it's going to come down. I said to short it for the afternoon. Remember, that's what we said. Short it for the afternoon to 46.8, 46.5. But I'm bullish overall on that pennant. Looks like we're going to 60K, right? 68, 66, 64K even. We'll come back to that at the very, very end. But so I like Bitcoin, right? I showed you what I feel happening for Bitcoin, and I could be 100%. I don't, I'm not saying I know it all, but it just looks 4 hour wants the curve to the upside. I like it. 1 hour wants the curve to the downside. I don't like it. Says it's going to come back down and test the bottom of the pattern here. That's what we're seeing. So I would short Bitcoin from 48.3, maybe even 48.4, all the way back down to about 46. You can even play it safe and just short it to 47.200. Just short it. Go even smaller inside of the area that we're suggesting, right? Chance it makes a lower low right there though, on the 21-day moving average, right? Price doesn't like to go too far below it after it kind of broke back above. We'll see. We're running out of room though in this pennant. That's for sure. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Price is starting to get tight. We're having a higher low though. Higher low from this last low here on February 28th. So a week later, higher low. Remember that lower low down at $42,939. So these are our next levels of support and resistance for Bitcoin. A little bit of resistance at 52.4, and then we're back to the all-time high. You have to remember, as Bitcoin gets bigger now, we're not too far from the all-time high. Just 10,000 away, 25% away. That's not hard for Bitcoin. And I also showed you how it's very interesting that we're doing these head and shoulders below the 200-day on the 1 hour. Just a big deal. It tells you that something is going to happen to the big side. Do you think Elrond, okay, let's say, if you think cake is dropping bad, yeah, my man, let's look at the cake chart. He's probably, I mean the value. FOMO on cake. FOMO on this channel. I learned the diamond hand strategy from the lifer. Yep. Do you think Elrond Decred can reach Bitcoin numbers in the future? Tech-wise, they are great. I love Elrond, man. I do. Elrond is the bomb, man. I think you put an extra D in there. Oh, Elrond. And, okay, yeah. Crypto Lifer, AGI BTC, Singularity.net. Yo, Singularity's going to do some big things. Bell BTC. Bell is going to do Bella, man. Yeah. Are you using Hikanashi? No, I'm not using Hikanashi. I do have Hikanashi, though. This is Hikanashi. I do like Hikanashi. It looks better. I just haven't traded on it like 100%, so I'm weary of it because I don't trade on it all the time. But it looks nicer. Look. Downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. And, it was the first form of candles, right? Before we started using this other form. But look, Bitcoin at 48,400 was the call. Look, it's already dropping here. And it's pretty much what we're going to see. 15-minute and the 1 hour both curve into the downside. So take a little short for yourself back down to the trend line and then take a long for the ride of your life to 60K. So that's what I'm talking about for Bitcoin. Now I'll give you the bigger target for Bitcoin as well. Where are we going to go in the longer term, right? Because I've been really good at these predictions. I was one of the first channels to say 54K before a lot of people said it. I think, I didn't take it from anyone else too. So, I was one of the first people to call out 54K. Bitcoin to 54K was my target, and we hit it pretty nicely. Now, here we see this, yet another target here. And look, that's $77,750. So $77,750 is my next target for Bitcoin. When do we get there? I think mid-April. There's a chance, high probability that that's where we're sitting. All right, now we're going to look at total and total 2. Take a look at what's going on with those. Do you have Hedera H-bar? I don't own H-bar at all. I knew about it a long, long time ago. Like 2 years ago, I asked Charles Hawkinson's about it at a symposium I was at, or a meeting, summit, whatever you want to call it. I raised my hand, he picked on me, and I was talking to Charles. Me and Charles have had one conversation in my life. I got to meet him in New York City about 2.5 years ago. Pretty cool. If you go to my channel, there's an interview. A lot of people don't realize, too, I've done some pretty cool interviews. We go to my playlists, right, and we check on the interviews. I interviewed John McAfee. While he was, like hiding from the government, I was able to contact his wife, and she was able to give me a signal, and I was able to contact him on Signal.
Almost $750,000
And
per year.
he was a legend, man.
Why?
In this,
Worth it.
he was a legend in the coding space. He worked for NASA, he worked for Lockheed, he worked for many, many big companies. So shout out to you guys. If you don't understand, his place in the game. Yes, he's a kind of a recluse. Yes, he's a renegade. But he has a lot of knowledge of the space, right? And then if you go all the way to the past, I have a beautiful interview with Charles Hawkinson's as well. Not as formal, not as long, but it's there. And I break it down. You can see me meet him too. It's like when I really got to sit with him. And he bashed Ripple when I interviewed him too. It was pretty fun. I kind of love that, but I won't go. It's way back in the past. What's your thought on IOTA chart on the fundamentals, short and long term? Thank you, Lifer. IOTA. I mean, the tanglement, right? I mean, it's not a blockchain. It's a tangle. I was into IOTA when it first came out. When it first came out, and I thought it was going to be a future and be different. And so we went over the dollar. We went over the dollar. We went over Bitcoin. We went over Bitcoin dominance. Okay, I gave you a short-term trade for Bitcoin, which is short to about 46.8, right? Maybe 47.2. I said to be careful. Right now, it's pumping again. So Bitcoin's funny, man, too. I tend to not try to trade those tiny movements on Bitcoin. I'd rather dollar cost average into projects I like and watch my money triple, quadruple, and 10x. That's how I make most of my money. I pick the good projects beforehand, and I begin to dollar cost average into them. For instance, like Reef. We knew Reef was going to explode. We got Reef around 2.8, 3, anywhere we could in this downward channel here for Reef. So Reef is starting to make its move to the upside, and it's getting a MACD cross on the daily. Is getting a little high on the Stokes. I wish the Stokes didn't have moved so much, but we got a big movement. Think about it. Reef from 3.1 all the way to 4. That's a beautiful 30% gain. So shout out to anyone that took Reef with me. We took Reef. It broke out of the pattern. I showed you it was in this giant cup and handle type of thing going on, and it's only a matter of time to Reef also bounced off the 618 Fibonacci level in the golden pocket, which I talked about for you guys as well. So there was a lot of reasons why my TA told me to get into Reef. Then I also saw a lot of people talking about it. Again, the head and shoulder pattern interacting with the 200-day moving average in the last 25% of a falling wedge. Now, I've gone over this like 20 times in the last 2 weeks. If you guys now have not figured out that when the 200-day moving average, which is my yellow line, interacts with the bottom of the pattern, that's a catalyst and a beginning for a bigger move. I'm showing you the way, man. I'm showing you guys the way. You can backtest this. Where's the last wedge that interacted with the 200-day moving average? It's right here. It's right. Everything I teach you guys, you can go back into the chart and find to be true, because I only learned all this stuff by doing it and being in the charts for for 10 hours a day. Right? $10 Reef possible? I think I'm not going to go that crazy with it, but I think it's possible. Yeah, I think it's possible. Let's get to 30 cents soon. Let's get to 30 cents. Let's 10x ourselves, and then we can talk about $3. All right, and that would be 100x from where we're at. So let's 100x to $3 and hold our horses. Let's hold our horses. But I'm not going to go out and throw $10 Reef predictions out there. Let's just get to 30 cents. I want to 10x our money. I'm trying to 10x all the lifers that got into this, but you got to hold this for 6 to 8 weeks. If you want to 10x your money, you got to learn how to hold. Finally getting that yellow line. Why can't I see the yellow line in my trading view? Because you need to do what I did, okay? You need to go and add the 5MA indicator. You can even just type CBC, 5MA, and hit that. All right, I'll take mine off for a second. And his line isn't as yellow as mine, and you can always just do this, all right? You can hit the settings bar on these right there. You can go to the actual line like here. I like it bright yellow, and I like it thick, and I move it up a little bit, and see, now there it is. You can change these, right? So you can do one of two things. You can add the 5MA. You can go to indicators and just type 5MA, okay? And you can add the 5MA by Inlander, which I did. And then all I did is I went to the settings and I programmed it the way I wanted it. I wanted 5 to be the 21, and so on and so forth. And you could switch these. You could switch these, right, to be 5. It doesn't matter as long as the average is there. So I have the 200, the 100, the 80, the 50, and the 21. And then I actually style them. So MA1, yellow, blue, purple, red, and white. I'm also an admin in another group where people want to use that type of system, so it helps them understand. $1 would be amazing. I think 10 is a little nuts. Yeah, I think $10 is insane, and I'm not going to wait for $10. Thank you, guys. Thank you, man. Bake. Cheers. Why can't I see the yellow line in my trading view? Thank you, bro. Yeah. So that's the idea too, right? Okay, so we're gonna get into the top 5 alts to accumulate for the spring explosion, plus Bitcoin alt analysis. Ask about any coin. 5MA, not SMA. 5MA, right here. 5MA. 5MA. I never said SMA. I said 5MA. This is how I trade. Some people use simple moving average. Some people use all different types of stuff. Okay. There's even trend watch. You want to see something really cool? Watch this. So anyway, Reef doing its thing, back to 4 cents. I'm really happy to see that. In a day where the market's kind of being a little silly, I see Reef breaking out again of another falling wedge here. See this? Consolidating and beginning to break out yet again. Short-term target for Reef is about $5. Okay. I mean 5 cents. Sorry, I would. Now I'm. Dear Lifer, what's your analysis on Telcoin? Will it hit $1? Ilya Mundez. Mate. Vechain, what's going on, man? How you feeling, my friend? Hope everything's going well for you. All right, thank you. Dear Lifer, what's your analysis on Telcoin? 5MA. Thank you, bro. And shout out to everyone. This week has just been hard. I'm going to be back to tutoring next week. I just had a baby on Sunday night. I didn't have a baby. My wife had a baby. Yeah, I didn't have a baby, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, all right. So now I'm going to look at total 2, and then I'm just going to go through all your tickers. So just hold on tight, guys. Hold on tight, please. Please, we can make it through this together. I know we have the ADHD generation, but we can make it through this together. So total and total 2. I've been showing you this, that I believe we consolidate here, but the daily wants to bring us to the upside, right? So we've been talking about this consolidation for a long time. I had you guys here. When the market started to slow down, I kind of was like, guys, you know, it looks like that's the measured move of this pennant on total. What is total? It's the crypto total market cap. Yes, Bitcoin is holding about 60% of that dominance, so it's going to look a lot like the Bitcoin chart. But we have this idea of a fractal. Just trying to set it as best I can. And we're coming down. Want to stretch it out without making it too big. That makes sense. So there we go. We came down. We're going to come up, go sideways. Going to be that dump. I'm waiting for this dump because I feel like they love to do it at the last halfway through this pattern. They like to come back to that same dump area the way they dumped down here. So we dumped all the way to 1.2 bill. Where was our low? Is 1.2 billion. Now that's going to be the low. You know, we went as high as $1.77 trillion. Remember that. And then we lost 500 billion. Can you believe that? They sucked it out of the market. What a dump. Came back up. They'll do it one more time. They like to do it one more time to get their prices one last time. So don't be surprised if everything looks dandy for a little while and Bitcoin dumps yet again. And look, this is telling me the dump is going to occur somewhere between the 12th, 14th, and the 17th. Somewhere in about a week and a half. And I could be wrong, but I'm just preparing you guys. I believe there's going to be one last nasty little dump pump and then another nasty little dump. And then on the 20th of March, we start to go into that spring move and all is well. So I'm just warning you guys and setting you guys up so you're not shocked when you see the shenanigans that they're trying to play and manipulate us out of our positions. We're just going to, what are we going to do? What are we going to do, guys? We're just going to keep buying on the dip. We're just going to keep adding because we know where we're going. And we don't need to listen to the news, the nonsense, or anybody else. I listen to myself and my TA. All right? Thank you, bro. Finally getting that yellow line. Congratulations on your new baby. Thank you so much, man. People were talking about Telcoin. Okay, we're going to look at Telcoin. Let's take a look at Telcoin. So that's total. Now I look at total too. That's the entire market cap excluding Bitcoin. Same thing, consolidating, moving to the upside. I just see, look at all the wicks. It's so funny, the wicks on the altcoins, people just taking their money. But I see this consolidating, not as much as of a crash as Bitcoin, you see? I see just more higher highs than this. I see this is like the low for the alts already. I feel like that last dip was going to be it, and we're going to have a little more of a smoother play out, okay? Bitcoin's going to be a little more volatile, which is also going to affect the majority of the market, and this is where I see us going all the way up to $930 billion. So Not too long from now, man. Not too long. May 3rd. We just got to get through March and April. But that's where we're going to really have a beautiful, I think April is going to be a beautiful month for the altcoins. So, all right. So that's kind of what you do every morning. You got to look at total too, and look at the daily pointing up, looking really beautiful. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour I probably is also looking really beautiful. That tells me, okay, when the daily and the 4 hour on the altcoins, these are all the altcoins, they both have low stochastics like this. All right. You can see, I'll zoom in on this for you. But they both have a nice low stochastic. All right. You see that? That is telling me, all right, that is telling me that, and look how long it takes. Let's go back and I'll show you this. Look how long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times 4 is 44 hours. Telling me we're about to have 40, 50 hours of beautifulness. So get ready to ride your alts, man, because this is telling me that alts are going to be fun to trade for the next few days. All right. And the daily is telling us once that resets, then we'll have a couple days of pullback, and then, but it's giving us an overall bigger picture. Let's look at the biggest winners today in the altcoins. Theta doing its thing, up 41% with a giant candle. You're seeing the BTC pair is really starting to look at Pearl on the BTC pair erupting. I'm going to start looking at BTC pairs way more. We're going to start. This is really the time to start. Look at data. This is about to do a Pearl on the BTC. See, look at this. They both came down. They consolidated. They did their head and shoulders below the 200-day moving average. You see that, guys? And this, I keep bringing this up. I don't know how much I can bring this up, but I might as well keep bringing it up. When you see the 200-day moving average interacting with the price at the end of a wedge, it's telling you there's a big move coming. Look at that move that came. Had you put 1 Bitcoin into this trade, had you put a quarter of a Bitcoin into this trade, the idea is to end with way more Bitcoin than you started. That is your goal. 1 Bitcoin would have turned into 1.84 Bitcoin. Unbelievable, right? So, Bell, please, bro. Thank you. Congratulations on the new baby. Thank you guys so much. All right, now start sending your tickers. If I miss one of your tickers, and I don't want to scroll back into the section, into the comments, but if I miss one of your tickers, just send it in now. This is ticker time, guys. This is ticker time. Now, Data BTC is looking a lot like Pearl. It's in a falling wedge that's interacting with the 200-day moving average. Looks like only a matter of time till we get some big movement out of Data. It's up 20% today. But look at Pearl at 40%. Wing doing its thing. Again, same idea. Look at them. They're all in the same way. You have a falling wedge, and you see that 200-day moving average on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour. Look, we're getting a golden cross is about to occur for Wing as well. Watch Wing consolidating. About to do something big. These are just getting started. Altcoin continuing to rip. Okay? Altcoin, we showed you, hit the 618 Fibonacci level. Formed an inverse head and shoulder. Then we gave you this pattern. We talked about it. I said, look, pretty good trade here off the 0.5, up 37% gains. Could have even sold on. Look, it hit the exact Fibonacci level right there. That's why Fibonacci's are insane. It's insane how well the Fibonacci's play out. It's absolutely insane. I can't stress it enough. I am in Hikanashi. I'll turn the candles back. Hikanashi just looks better. It just looks better to the eye, right? So much more pleasing to the eye than these chopped crap candles, you know? They even change, like, they're not the same type of candle even. Interesting. Completely different outlook, right? Congrats on the baby, brother. Huge blessing. Thank you so much, Bishahar Awad. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Jeremy Batista, IOTX, Path, Bake, H-Bar, Bake, Adam. All right, now you guys are coming in. Can you look at BTT? Any thoughts on Matic, Cake, AGI, BTC, Telcoin? Wow. That's a lot of work right there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tickers, 9 tickers with a couple minutes on each. Dang Skippy. Wow. You guys are no joke. Hey, I asked for it, right? I asked for it. Okay, let's get into the tickers. Can you explain how to get the 21-day moving average on the trading view really quick one more time? I'm using the mobile app. Yeah, you hit indicator. Okay, you can hit MA if you want and just put in a moving average like this. And then you can go to the setting right here and you can change it to input and change it to 21. Okay, pretty simple like that. I use 5 indicators though, right? I use more than just that. I use the 21, the 50, the 80, the 100. To do that, you just hit indicators and type in 5 MA. Okay. And why did my music stop? So annoying. So annoying. Okay. So moving forward, let's get into the tickers. All right. Content's been so good. Forgot to hit the like. Let's go. Yeah, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Please. It means the world to me, man. Shaking my head. Content's been so good. Forgot. Yeah, that's what happens, man. People get in there, right? Where is he? Okay, guys. Okay. So let's run through these tickers now. Okay, now I wanted to give you my top 5 coins to accumulate for spring. But you guys want your coins. So number one of the top 5 coins is Vechain. So we're going to go over Vechain for EAS, but we're also going to go over HBAR, Bake, Atom, and IO2EX. I won't leave you guys hanging. But I want to talk about Vechain, and specifically, I want to talk about the BTC pair, all right? I'm going to start becoming a BTC pair fiend. And I think this is where we begin to maximize our Bitcoin on a higher level. Before, it was, you could have done it, you couldn't have done it. But now I believe they're really starting to find their bottom. And you can see, look, interacting with the 200-day moving average. And this is where you want to start focusing your moment. So a lot of the people are going to show, oh, these coins are up or down. No one's going to really talk about the BTC pair. Like this one up 30%, okay? And we can check the time frame on that. Up 30% in 4 days. So that's how you triple, and that's how you add to your Bitcoin stash. At the end of the day, you want to be adding to your Bitcoin stash. And look, this isn't a cup and handle on the 4 hour. You see this? It's also bottomed out at its very low period. This is where you want to buy things at the bottom. An experienced trader starts to be comfortable at the bottom. He knows where the bottom is and he begins to accumulate at the bottom. I tell you, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 touches at the most, really, of accumulation periods on these beautiful bulls. So I like what I'm seeing for Vechain. Now, if you want to see, we're at 5 cents on the USDT pair. Vechain has a deal with Walmart, has a deal with BMW, has a deal with Louis Vuitton. Okay. Now I showed you, we were talking about this recently. Vechain came up, came down, broke through this resistance area, found resistance right here, support, bounced off support, came through here again, bounced off support in this candle close, but would fall back down. Would try to get here, but a little bit of resistance there with a moving average. Again, this became our new, see how we bounced off this level? This was new support. So what I'm trying to show you is this wick closed right here. You see that? Right there. Let's try to do the zoom in real quick. So that wick closed right there. You see that? Then we hit this area, and that's where you want to get in. These are a beautiful SR flip right there. And that tells me now that we're starting a new support region, okay, for Vechain. Starting a new support region right in there. Right in there. Why are you doing that? Oh, yeah. Starting a new support region right in here. Okay. So just something I want to bring up now. So Vechain looking very healthy. Hasn't had a lot of movement. Had its nice pump, double topped, came down to the measured move of the double top. How do you get the measured move of the double top? Take the height of one of the M's. This is an M. First of all, make sure you can draw the M. It's clearly an M though. And M's are no good. W's are for the win, M's are for the mud and the muck. When you see an M, your price is going down to the drain. Look, measured move is the length of that area to the side of the M. Look, we hit the exact measured move. Like, and I'm not saying you're going to be to the T, but if you get anywhere within a cent, a couple cents, that's unbelievable, right? I predicted something for the first time, 15-minute reef, by finding the symmetrical triangle bullish pattern. I did it 3 hours ago, and the price followed my TA. Dude, once you start using your first channel, once you make your first triangle and you see the price do what you think it's going to do, I got goosebumps from the first time I did it. And I was like, wow, I'm learning TA. Like, hey, shout out to Supreme K, man. Young kid trying to make his dad proud. And I'm super happy to see a young student of the game come to my channel and learn. And really, we're going to make this kid so freaking rich. His parents are going to be like, who is this crypto lifer guy that made my son so loaded? And honestly, it's not even me. He's taking it seriously. I can tell he is sitting there. He is doing the work. I know when you guys are doing the work. I go through my Telegram chat, and just by how you guys are talking, I know who's doing the work and who's BSing me. All right. And you guys can see I'm here every single day putting in the work, putting in that work. So again, Vechain, let's go to a smaller time frame to see what we have going on. And again, it looks a lot like what we're seeing lately, doesn't it? 1 hour. Falling wedge interacting with the 200-day moving averages. Catalyst for a break to the upside, of course. Where's our target for Vechain? Length of the pole. Bam. I see Vechain getting all the way up here to 6 cents in the near future. So, future lifer admin definitely is. He definitely is. He definitely is, man. Well, he could have his own show one day doing what I do, right? Now look, cup and handle. Now we start to build a story, and now we know. And we've seen this show before. How many times have we seen this show before? This beautiful cup and handle gives us an even bigger target now. Okay? You can take the length of price, really. And these have been playing out to a T, really. Like, to a T. And that gives me Vechain up at 7 cents. So, Vechain really hasn't done its thing yet. Look for Vechain to rip. We want 15, 20 cent, 30 cent Vechain. And we want it now, you know. But let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour does want to curve down. So it says we're going to probably make a little bit of a flag and go sideways here while the 1 hour resets. So it's not in our favor. 4 hour does look great, though, getting oversold. We could double bottom here, so remember that. But lack of bearish momentum. I like what I'm seeing. So if you're willing to hold for 3-4 days, this looks like a killing. If you get in now, it looks like you're going to go down a little bit to the downside. The 51 likes. That was my daughter, man. Hit me up. Thank you, sweetheart. And look, it still has momentum here on the daily. So the 4 hour and the daily are set. When that's ready to go, you can just perfect your entry with the 1 hour. You know, or you can begin to dollar cost average now. Take a nibble. Buy in the next 24 hours, make 3 buys. Hold for 5 days. It's that simple, my friends. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. Again, none of this is financial advice. Don't do anything you see me do on this channel. This is my life as a crypto lifer. If you choose to love this and watch this for entertainment purposes only, that's what it's for. It's to entertain you guys every single day. Will I crash and burn and become homeless? I put my entire net worth into cryptocurrency. I keep maybe a couple grand to pay the bills, and that's it. Everything else I own, every single piece of investment, I have like 2 or 3 stocks with a few grand in them, nothing else. All my money is in cryptocurrency. So will I crash and burn, or will I become a multimillionaire and achieve my dreams? You guys are going to see what happens to me live on this live stream. Will I buy a big, beautiful house in an amazing area? Or will I have to sell and remortgage, right? Will my kids eat ramen noodle, or will we be going out to dinner at the Cheesecake Factory for brunch every day? That is the question, guys, that everybody wants to know. And that's why I'm here every day on this channel. It's a live documentary of my life. A lot of other people, their crypto life, and like, this is serious. I'm taking this serious. We're going all the way. We're going all the way. It's a green screen. I see it now. Yeah, of course it is, man. Come on. He thought I sit there every day with the exact backdrop. You know, you could do a lot of fun with this. Look, I could change my position near the pool. Look, let me change the camera so I'm in a different spot on the pool. Let me just change the camera so the pool, you're just going to change my position here on the pool, you know. And of course, that one's not, that one doesn't work anymore. It's like, nah, it doesn't work anymore. Cheesecake Factory stock is way up. We will. Did you see the lockdown video of Charles Hawkinson's? And do you think it may do any long-term damage? I saw that video. I went to click on it last night, but so much was going on, I did not end up hitting it. Let's take a look at H-bar. Let's take a look at Atom. Let's take a look at your tickers. More tickers, man. More tickers. So we'll take an Atom. Atom, one of my favorite projects. Finally got that big boost up into the 20s. Sad to see it playing games. I'd like to see it move on up. And there's my Bitcoin short, as I told you, man. They like to pump it before they dump it. And I'm telling you, I would be shorting Bitcoin right back down here to about 46.7. But I would be careful and just get out at 47.2. Can you explain how to get the 21-day moving average? Yeah, we did that. Okay, Cheesecake. Amen, man. Let's go high together. Yeah, man. Yeah, hit the live chat. Hit live chat on your chat screen. Hit live chat on your chat screen. No idea what he's saying. Anyway. Throwing me off with that hit live chat thing. I don't know what he's saying. Throwing me off, Willie. Throwing me off. Like, making me think of something, and then I don't know what you're saying. So I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's get into the tickers. Let's get through. I'm going to, like, ramp up. I'm going to ramp up right now. Okay, I've just exploded into hyper super crypto lifer mode. And now I'm going to get into the tickers faster than I've ever done a ticker in my entire life. So let's go into Atom. Ticker time for you guys. I'm going to see how many people I can service, how many instruments, how many things we can go over, how many assets we can go over in the next 10 minutes. This is super ticker time, super ticker time, super ticker time, super ticker time. Okay, let's get it going. Atom. All right, let's look at Atom right now. I already see some beautifulness for Atom. All right. I already see some beautifulness. We're in that cup. We're in this beautiful cup. These coins are saying enough is enough, Bitcoin dominance. You don't own us anymore. We're going to do what we want to do. We're going to go where we want to go. We're not going to follow the crap. All right. And I see it if you guys see it. I see it if you guys see it. Right. So Atom. I know you're going through a lot of gems. I would like your perspective on BAO. And I don't even want to go over that thing. That thing blows. I ain't going to talk about it. How's that? I don't like BAO. How's that? Luna. Showed you Luna. Hit the live chat on your screen. Have no idea what that means. I still don't know what that means. Maybe he's talking to somebody else who doesn't know how to see the chat. That's what he's saying. I figured that out now. All right. So, again, 200-day creeping through the bottom of the pattern. We jumped off of it twice. That's a catalyst for a move for Atom. Atom forming this beautiful bowl. Where do I see Atom? Atom's breaking out of this nice consolidation. Had a high of 26. Came all the way back down to 14, if you can believe it. A nice little dump. And that's where you pull a Fibonacci on these. From the low of the price to the high of the price. And again, the golden pocket between the 0.6 and the 0.5 Fibonacci level. And that's where you accumulate. If you did this every time, if you sold the top, if you went on the 4 hour and you saw a big pump, nice big pump, right? You sold the top when you could put your finger, your pinky or your thumb on the screen. I'm putting it on the screen. And what I do is I put my pinky and my thumb right in here. Even put this thumb, even put this hand. This is good enough. See this hand? Put this hand. If you can fit the whole hand in between the price and the 21-day moving average, take some profit. You don't have to sell the whole bag. Sell like 30%. Sell 30% of the bag. All right. And then when it comes back down, you can get back in on and then you can literally draw a fib at that point and then put limit orders down at 15, even put a few like Hail Marys at 13.59. You never know. You might catch a wick. And then just ladder this area. The 618 and the 0.5 area. Just ladder it with like 5 buys. So if you want $1,000, put $200 buys in here. As Atom comes down, you'll kick one, you'll kick another. And then look, you're already up now. And you did it automated. It's like an automated move. And that's literally, I could show you this playing out over and over again on numerous charts. So if you could just stick to the 4 hour and do this over and over again, and then, make sure your daily's set to go like this after you accumulate. And now you're ready to rock. This daily's going to take you. Look how the daily took you last time. Boom. right? We started at 7 and we ended up 25. So now we're going to start this one at 19. Could we end this one at 140? I don't think it's that impossible. EGLD did it. A lot of other coins did it. So Atom, man, I like where it's sitting at right now. Let's look at the BTC pair as well, because I want to really start maximizing my BTC. And you can look at Atom is in a cup and handle. Cup and handle right now. The 200-day moving average interacting with the bottom of this. Atom is about to break out on the daily against BTC. 4-hour also looks extremely hard on BTC. This is making me want to put some Bitcoin into this trade. I'll be dead honest with you. Especially with Bitcoin looking sideways, probably going to go down a little bit today. I think Atom's going to hold its level against Bitcoin. I think you're going to gain some Bitcoin today in the next few 2-3 days if you make a play on Atom. That's my call right now. Making a call for the Atom BTC pair. Now, what do we see? Right now, it's still kind of consolidating in this area. We can open this chart up here like so. We could say that it's still in the channel. Let's zoom in right here on the 1 hour. 1 hour says we're going to go sideways a little longer. See? Stochastics have to turn to the downside. So when this comes down, I'm going to enter the trade. And it could be, you can get smaller and smaller time frames. You get more exact with it if you'd like. But then you have the 4 hour looking beautiful and oversold. You have the daily looking beautiful and oversold. So everything in life is a risk. But I would like to risk a little Bitcoin on this Atom play. So I would be getting into Atom. And again, ladder in. Never get in all at once. 1, 2, 3 buys. Okay? Break it up. Well, have you chosen a name for your baby girl? Nyla. Her name is Nyla. NYLA, baby. Nyla. We chose her name probably 2 months prior to her being born. Right? Okay, now let's look at Bake. Bake, baby, Bake. I've been pushing Bake on a lot of people, so I got to stay on Bake, right? Again, don't do anything I do on this channel. None of this is financial advice. I'm also talking about Burger a lot. I like Burger here. I'm talking about the buy zone for Burger. I really don't want you to miss this Burger pump. Burger is very specific and special. And look at it. It's in this beautiful bowl. These are positions of strength. That's a cup and handle, even if it's hard for you to check it out. That is a cup and handle. It's probably one of the most, deformed and not pretty cup and handles, but it's a cup and handle nonetheless. All right, there's your buy zone. We're respecting this previous resistance line too. That's actually right. Look, resistance, bounce, bounce, bounce. Previous resistance becomes new support. Clearly it was support there. Okay, and you have to buy this for BNB. And once it gets big, they'll come out with a BUSD and a USDT pair. Only a matter of time. And when that happens, it happened for Bake, it exploded. So I'm kind of waiting for Burger's Bake moment. All right, so I've placed some buy orders in here. I've waited. I've actually accumulated. I bought it like 3 or 4 times in the last few days. And I'm just slowly building my Burger bag. All right. I'm slowly building my Burger bag. So I just want to bring that up as we get into Bake. This is my next idea. People are going to slowly learn what Burger does, why Burger's special, and why Burger has something that other coins do not. So look out for that, man. Look out for that Burger up in the spot. Okay. Now we're going to look at Bake for you. But don't sleep on Burger. Also priced in BNB. If BNB goes up, it goes up in value. Just saying, unless it doesn't go up as fast. But even then, I believe over time, it's going to get its BUSD pair and its USDT pair. It's only a matter of time. Bondly got the sell-off, which is interesting. Bondly got the buy the rumor, sell the news, right? It's as if people sold off that Tory Lane accomplishment. You thought that would have pumped the price, put people in perspective, but I still see this is a beautiful time to buy Bondly at 42.42. Just want to put that on your radar. This is a beautiful time. Look, it's respecting the previous resistance. Previous resistance comes back down. This is where you establish a position for Bondly right here at 42. Hold it for 2 to 3. Hold all my calls. Hold for 3 to 6 weeks to make a lot of money, man. To make a lot of money. On a more serious gem, Theta, got that short in on Bitcoin. Let's do this. Hey, there you go. There you go. BTC down for a little bit, even though I'm bullish on it, right? Let's take a look at Bake. Where'd you go, Bake? Okay, so let's just look at Bake on the daily. That's all we can do. And we'll make some support and resistance lines. And this is what you want to do whenever you get into the trade. First thing you want to do is find where you're getting rejected and go from there. All-time high for Bake was $3 on the dot. All right. Beautiful big candle when it came out for the BUSDT pair. Has a little more knowledge on it when you look at on the daily on the BNB pair, because it was out for BNB a lot longer. You can see though, Bake forming this bowl and then just exploding out of the bowl, right? Now this is where you want to pull a Fibonacci. How do you pull a Fibonacci? Why do I do it so quick? What am I doing? I'm going from the lowest part of the price that I can see, which is right there. See that? And I'm dragging it up to the highest part of the price. Gives me my levels where the price would want to probably retrace. This is the Fibonacci retracement tool, not the extension tool. They are two different things. Now look, bounced off the 618. If you see me talk about this over and over again, between the 0.5 and the 618, this is where you accumulate. If you accumulate in this region, you're setting yourself up for a lovely, lovely couple of months. So this is all you have to do, my friends. It's simple. And then we get a pump. Like here, we could even pull the fib here and see how it played out. Okay? Alt F is your fib. Go to the lowest of the price, bring it on out, and look, even on this little section here, look, I can show you microcosms, and it came down to the 618. Now, I think you guys might have a hard time seeing what I'm showing you, so I'll get rid of the other fib and try to act like you didn't see any of this other price action. Like, we were just here, and, you know, it went all the way to about 3.9. It tanked to where? The 618. It's insane, guys. It's insane. Now, what if we extend it to the next level? Where did we come? We came into the golden pocket between the 0.5 and the 618. Now let's extend it to the next level. I'll delete this one because we don't need to. And you can see we came down to the 618. So if I haven't drilled how to use Fibonacci into your minds yet, guys, come on. Come on. Fibonacci retracement. Okay. Textbook places to buy. So all you need to really know how to do is to use the 4-hour how to sell the top when you're two hands away from the 21-day moving average. You're not going to be perfect every time. You'll get somewhere in this area. It's going to snap back. And then you're going to be like, well, where do I buy back in? And you just pull your Fibonacci and set your levels right after you sell. Pull a fib and set limit orders on the 618. It's absolutely insane, but I showed you how it's worked out many, many, many a time. So inverted head and shoulder as well. We talk about this too, falling wedge. And what is creeping through the bottom of that falling wedge? And this may be the 15th time I brought it up today. The 200-day moving average, right? The 200-day moving average. Say that again. The 200-day moving average. Everybody knows that you could super chat me, right? Because when you write please, like XDZ, please, it's like that please would go so far with like a $1.99 super chat, you know, a little cup of coffee. I'm an ass, man. My wife told me not to ask for super chats. She said, you just keep doing what you're doing. Anyway, I started giving free value. I'll continue to give free value. But there's Bake, man. I'm showing you that Bake is about to do its thing. Now, look at the 4-hour. It's resetting, though. So there's a chance that it goes sideways for a little longer. I just see some sideways action for Bake at the present moment. Making higher low. As long as we don't break this lower low here, we're in a good shape. So this can reset on the 4-hour. 1 hour is about to actually make a move, so I like that. And then we look at the daily. And the daily is just getting started after a horrible retracement down 61% retracement. We went to $3. We retraced 61%. Okay. So Bake BUSD sitting in here at the dollar region. I love it. I love where it's at. This isn't even a worse retracement on the dollar side. This retraced 80% or something. Like, look, if I pull the fib on this one, it retraced even more. Let's go to the 4-hour. Not a lot of information on the 4-hour. We almost need the 1 hour to get any moving averages in here, and maybe even the 30-minute, just because we don't have enough time for these moving averages to have been around. Okay. And we're starting to form, look, low, lower low, lower low. downtrend. Okay. What's the first step of a trend? Is the 21 days starts to curve and cross other moving averages. That's why it's in my checklist. Are moving averages crossing other? Yes, they are. Wow. And now look, we have established. Bam. And we can even go to a smaller time frame. Let's see if we have no hidden bullish yet. No hidden bullish yet. But looks pretty close to it. And now we're forming higher high. That is a lower low. I don't like that, but we didn't make it here. So continuing up. So what I want to see is we just continue to hold these regions, and we need to make higher highs and higher lows. Once we break above 160, we're going to gap back up to $2 really fast. So that's my call here. And then you can see we're also in this pennant, and we're running out of room for bake. I would continue to accumulate bake. I would not listen to the naysayers. I would continue to accumulate bake, man. Starting a new uptrend. So here was your downtrend. And bake is now starting a new trend to the upside. Okay. All right. I was in there. I was deep in there. Thanks, bro. Also a bake investor. Great analysis. XTZ holding reef for 6 to 7 weeks. You're a smart man. You're a smart man. You're already setting yourself up. Tell yourself that long time frame. On a more serious gem. Theta, baby, Theta. I'm in Theta, and we love Theta. We talked about Theta earlier today. Now, I just want to see. It went to 450, 468. Where do I see Theta? I haven't looked at it yet today. It had to have retraced back to 430. I'm guessing. Unless it break 5 and it retraced back to 470. But we'll see. I'm just trying to guess because I went to bed, and I'm like, it's got to retrace back to 430, 420, something. Let's see. So Theta went all the way up to 474 last night on a crazy tear. Hit my sell zone pretty fast. This was the trade I gave you for Theta a while back. If anyone took it, this was posted in. And look, we gave you the breakout, gave you the buy zone, which was perfectly part of the retest, and then went all the way. So your buy zone was at 215, and we went all the way to my exact. Look at my exact sell target, which is pretty funny. Look at my sell zone. Look at my sell zone right there. Nailed it. Nailed it. It came a little out of my sell zone. My sell zone told you to sell between 351 and 384. It went to about 395. Missed 5 cents. Then look, the Fibonacci retracement to the 618. If I pull this, now you can upgrade to a Starbucks latte. Enjoy, man. You're the man, dude. Thank you so much. You're the man, dude. Bishara Awad. What would you ask? Yeah, we're looking at Theta. Oh yeah, because I'm looking at what you asked for Theta. Look at Theta, man. So he paid me after I answered him. I like that. So, hey, maybe that's how it works, huh? You guys pay me after I do the work. You guys are funny. Thank you so much for Bishwara Awad donating $5.49 to the chat. Every little bit helps, man. I'm telling you right now, every little bit helps. That is huge to me. I will squirrel that money away, probably buy Bitcoin with it, and turn it into probably $20 to $30. So, thank you so much for that. Now, look what we have going on here. Little bit of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Possible break to the downside for Theta. We'll see. We'll see. Get rid of all my old work, and we'll look at Theta for what it is now. Let's take a look at Theta on the daily. Crazy enough to see that the daily is not done yet. The daily still has room to go, which is insanity, right? So Theta is actually beginning a bigger move to the upside, and Theta has always been a few weeks ahead of all the altcoins. For whatever reason, Theta tends to kind of be ahead of the pack. It had its bigger pump before all the other coins pumped, and so on and so forth. So look, this is where Bitcoin is right now. Bitcoin's still in this consolidative wedge, interacting with the 200-day. Theta's ahead of everything else. It really is. And that's why, look, we broke this resistance. Theta usually loves to come down and test 389. So I would put, right here, I would use this as my next buy zone. Right here, like so. And I would get in. You know, I would basically, when we hit the 200, the 21, that would be my catalyst for a buy. Now we're getting low on the 4 hour, which is great. So wait for this to come on down. I think we come test this area one last time. Might take 12, 16 hours. And that's why patience is key. And then you can continue on this run that we're on for Theta, because it's not done yet. I'll give you the measured move for Theta. There's the measured move for Theta at $5. And let me tweak it perfectly. Yeah, $5.70. I'm going to say $5.70. It says $5.71, but I'm going to say $5.70. So this is going to go up another 25% once it breaks off this bounce. It's kind of all set up for you. The daily still got room to go. The 4-hour needs to curve back down. We broke our previous all-time high. That's going to become new support as we bounce on off. When we get to the high place here, that's when I would pull my Fibonacci like so. Watch. I'll be preemptive about this. So the move will be this move. Alt F. Don't play me. Why are you running like that? So this goes all the way up to the top, and then I see it coming back down to this 618, right? So you could ride it, sell it at 575. Okay, at that point, it'll be far away from the 21-day moving average, in my opinion. And then it could retrace back down into the golden pocket. So, and this is why you always kind of, and look, we could do it here too. So we take away all the work, and we hit our Apple F here, and we pull a Fibonacci on this. And what did it do? So we would have sold the top here and put our limit orders in at the 618. And look, like textbook, we would have nailed we would have hit the bottom perfectly yet again. So this is like the 5th time today I've showed you how to pull a Fibonacci, how to retrace into the 618, how to sell from the top on the 4-hour when you're high on the stochastic. So all you use is this. All you have to use is this. You see the MACD high doing its thing. You see the RSI high doing its thing. You see the stochastics high doing its thing. And you see that you're a hand width away. You can put this whole hand here. And you're away from the 21-day moving average. Look, here we could have sold. And look, I'll show you how you could have done it over and over again. Here's another Fibonacci. So once you get good at this, it becomes like a soccer move, And that's why I tell you to ladder in. I'm not saying you always get the 618, but you get into the pocket between the 0.5 and the 618. That's the pocket. So again, you would have sold the top away from the 21. The RSI would have been high. The stochastics would have been high as well. All of this would have been, see, look, all this would have happened in this place. You would have seen it all. Okay. Thoughts on Swissborg? Never heard of it. What's the difference between the fib retracement and the fib extension? The fib retracement shows you where the price will go down to. The fib extension tells you where the price will go up to. You see? Right? So you go to like a fib extension, that's going to tell you where the price is going to go up. See what I'm saying? And this gives you your extension levels. These are your next levels of support and resistance that you can't see. And let's see how they worked out as if we pulled this extension here. And you can see they're pretty damn good. Look at that. Wow, they were to the T. Look at this extension. And then does the extension match my measured move? Which is like, yeah, right around there, right? 541. And then look, I gave you 570, right? Let's see. $7. So now it's giving you even higher regions where you will eventually go. And then eventually you can take this on a Fibonacci. All right. So this is like, I guess we did a Fibonacci beatdown. Okay. So you're the 4th person to talk about Telcoin. I guess you guys are going to get Telcoin no matter what. Luna is on a rampage. I told you guys about Luna. I gave you Luna. I told you to hold it for a few weeks. Yo, the more patient you are in this game, I'm telling you right now, all you have to do is have patience. All you have to do is have patience. And I gave you guys this trade. I did. I talked about it. I drew it up. I said, we're going to come back down. We're going to bounce, probably retrace, and bring out. Our sell zone's up here at $12. Luna is not done. Luna is just. Thank you, sweetheart. Luna is just getting started, Okay, cool. Thank you, sweetheart. That was awesome. Okay, now you can upgrade. Okay, so where do you get Luna? On Binance. Hard to have money to buy and hodl everything. Well, listen to me. That's why you sell the tops, man. Don't make excuses, man. Please stop making excuses. Start realizing you can do anything. I put $3,600 into Cardano that turned into 50 grand, okay? You could have sold the top at 160 on Cardano. Let me show you. And then you could have bought back Cardano and had 10 grand on the side. And I'm okay, you had a lot of money, but I started with 3,600 just 6 months ago. A little bit of money and a lot of patience will turn it into a lot of money, okay? Stop stressing about what you don't have. Look what you do have. You have time on your side and you have knowledge, okay? You're coming to this channel, so you're already doing the right thing. I say that for a reason. And I know it sounds like kind of a smart ass remark, but it's true. It's true. So ADA forming this wedge, about to break out on the 4 hour, doing its thing. The daily about to curve to the upside. So ADA is ready for another move to the upside. Again, do I need to pull a Fibonacci retracement? I think I shall. We could pull it from this place here, from this impulse move. And look, we came to the 618. It happens over and over again, guys. And this is where you accumulate. We're actually right now very close to the accumulation, and we pumped up to the 0.5. So ADA is about to do its thing yet again. It's on a tear. Also, what we see for ADA is my divergences. Swing up to swing up on the daily. Swing down to swing down. That is hidden bullish divergence. It tells me that the trend will continue. The trend will continue. ADA BTC in the same position. About to do some damage. So, if you like your Bitcoin and you're greedy for Bitcoin, it looks like you should be greedy for ADA, because ADA looks like it's going to feed you more Bitcoin. So, you put a half a Bitcoin into this, show you where we're about to head out. And again, BTC pairs, you can see I'm going to start switching into the BTC pairs a lot heavier, because I want to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. I don't want to accumulate the US dollar. That's only because you're going to accumulate it and then it's going to keep losing value every day. So you're going to have to overtrade just to keep up with your initial investment. Like, I made 100%. No, you made 98.5, and then tomorrow it's 94. And in a year from now, maybe you only made 80%, even though you made 100 in the trade, because the US dollar is going to suck out that value from underneath your feet. You're not going to see it happen too. They're going to do it without you noticing. And that's what they did. That was how they pulled the wool over all of our faces. I mean, that's really, that is the Kaiser Soze of the day, right? They are the ones hurting us. How much would you suggest investing in Luna at first? That's why I didn't sell Reef Top yesterday. I'm going to hold it for a long time. Yeah, you can start with $20. See, I'm good at finding projects and stuff because I do research, but I need to learn how to trade like selling tops and buying dips. Everybody does. Morning for the people. Hello, Lifer. Is Bitcoin and ETH forming the last shoulder of an ancient hill before going down further? No. Where did you see that? No. Who told you that? And where are you getting this information? Let's take a look at ETH. And you ask for Bitcoin and ETH as if they're exactly the same. I mean, they're going to be somewhat close, but they're not exactly the same. Let's take a look at ETH. Let's take a look at the ETH USDT pair. It's forming a head and shoulder upside down, my friend. Look. That's a head and shoulder pattern to the downside, right? You're trying to say, I think someone told you something and you're listening. Look, right? That's too far. I'm going to negate that. Look, head and shoulder pattern. You have a left shoulder right there. You have a head right there. And you have two right shoulders, and that's forming a right shoulder. That's the second part of the right shoulder. You're asking the right question, but I think you're asking it negative. I feel like it's going to form the shoulder and boom to the upside. That's what I see happening. We're also oversold on the RSI, and we're getting a MACD cross. It's telling you that this wants to break to the upside. It's also Ethereum, man. They can't keep it down forever. They really can't. To me, that's your bottom. Right there. And we're going to form up. I'm going to make a call right now. Local bottom, 1475 for Ethereum. That's it. I don't see us going any lower. Look, support, resistance. Bounces off with support. Bounced off with support. Bounced off. Came back. Resistance. Support. Huge line of resistance and support. Tells me we're probably going to hold this line pretty well. Also, higher lows forming on a new trend as we break out 68% chance of a break to the upside on this falling wedge. How do you get the falling wedge target? You can pull the top of the price all the way to the bottom of the price. Throw this point all the way to where we break out. That gives you the falling wedge target back to all-time high at 2050. So I'm bullish on Ethereum all the way. Yeah, I don't know what you were saying, money for the people, but I hope I corrected you. Got a grand in fun money. What coin should I put it on right now? People love that, huh? People love that. Well, if I was gonna buy a funny, I would put it in Atom. Atom's about to explode, and ADA is about to explode right now. And I know they're big coins. You'd be like, wow, but they're all up right now. And then what you could do is this: you could go to the red and just look. Bondly, man, Bondly's about to make a huge move. Really good time to get into Bond. Look, the 21's interacting with the falling wedge. I showed you this like 10 times on 10 coins that busted out earlier today. So only a matter of time, this will bust out. So yeah. Okay. So Bondly and ADA, again, don't do anything I tell you to do though. None of this is financial advice. You got to make your own decisions. You got to make your own decisions, right? I'm teaching you how to fish. Now I told everyone to sell here at 125, 129 area. I told you that was the sell. If you didn't sell, I don't know why you didn't listen to me. But I went over it numerous times, and I actually had this sell planned out all the way from 54 back in here when I first got people into this trade live on Instagram. Live on Instagram, I gave this trade away. Follow me on Instagram, SamPrice_remote chief, and that's me on Instagram. And look, I don't do it all the time. I do it when I'm in a good mood. But look, I am doing some funny stuff. There's my bakery swap. Putting some of my stuff out there on Instagram, you know, people like that stuff. But if you go back down, I gave you some trades on Pen Game. Every once in a while, I put some things out here too. Look, the best crypto show on the planet, right? And I gave some live trades on Pen Gaming. I was like, guys, Pen Gaming is about to do its thing. Is this the Pen Gaming call? I like to also give ads here on Instagram, you know. So here's my update on Pen Gaming that I gave to everybody free, completely free. I gave it to you guys free yesterday. Everyone on my Instagram channel. I told you we had hidden bullish divergence. Look, okay? I play that blindly. It means a swing low on the price is low to a swing low on the price way higher, but a swing low on the RSI to a swing low is lower. That tells me that the price will continue. We had a giant shootout. I told you to get in 51.40. 51.40 was my call. You are now up. Huge. Pretty much. And on our way to my call at 75. Boom. So there's my target. That's about, 76.25. 47% gains off the bottom. I kept continuing that call for everyone up to 129. I told you to sell. I said 122. Went to 129, but 122 was my sell. So there you go. There you go. Okay. GRT, one of my favorite. Let's look at Bell. You've asked for Bell like 100 times. I thought I could hold you out for a $2 donation, but I guess it wasn't going to happen. Let's take a look at Bell BTC. You were very patient and you were very nice. And so you deserve it as well. So let's take a look at Bell. Where are you, Bell? I got the USDT pair. You want BTC. Bell. Again, guys, if you're in trading, if you just start typing, that's all you need to do. And you'll get to your ticker. Bell BTC. Oh, so you are either in it or you missed the boat and you want to know how to get back in it. Let's take a look at it right now on the 1 hour. 1 hour spent, though. So I'd stay away from it right now. Might double top, but to me, it's had its run on the 1 hour. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours also halfway through the momentum, but it doesn't mean it's over yet. So use the 1 hour to make your best entry when this curves back down. It's very simple. Set an alert down here. And no one ever taught me this. This is something I figured out on my own that I like to do. Set an alert down here. You can right click the alert. When the stochastics hit it, it'll actually set off an alert. That'll tell you when to buy on the 1 hour. Okay? Because I think we're going to retrace right down to here. Probably to previous resistance. So put an order in right now at 4,938 sats. To me, that's going to be a beautiful place to accumulate if you get lucky enough to get it back down there, you know. But the 1 hour suggests that is the case. Let's take a look at the daily for you. Daily is just starting to move. So yes, this is a good trade. Looks like it's going to make you some Bitcoin on the low. It's actually on the bottom rung too. playing from a position of strength. You're coming from the bottom area here. Not much more downside, right? This is as low as it really went. Looks like this is going to start battling against Bitcoin. And again, we see this a lot. When we high on the side and we bull out, these things tend to blast out on the right side of the bull. So good call on this, Will. This is probably going to make you some Bitcoin. So I like what you're seeing here. I like what you looked at. I hope I verified anything that you were thinking about in the trade. But yeah, 1 hour, just wait for that 1 hour to cool off. And I believe you're going to get into a positional entry for Bell BTC. So there you go. Did you get in on OGN staking on Binance? 47% for 15 days, max 750 OG. Is something like that worth it? What do you think of OGN? Yes, anytime there's a chance for me to snatch up some type of gains, I take them. I take them. I take them anytime. Think about it. If these coins go up a lot one day, can you look at H-bars? Shout out to Raphael Noda. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Every little bit helps. A $2 donation, you mean the world to me. Thank you so much, Ralph Noda, for donating $2 to the live stream. Get your name up there in the cool, futuristic, retro style look. What do you guys think about that? We can change the theme at any time. Multiple themes that we can use. I just thought this theme was cool. Reminded me of like GTA a little bit in the 80s, and I just loved it. What's your thoughts on Voyager? Not looking at TA, but your perspective. I love Voyager. I think Voyager is going to continue to make a move, and it continues to get talked about. And I actually want to start. I'm going to open up a Voyager account and start using Voyager. I heard the fees are better than Coinbase. So I heard the fees are better than Coinbase. So I'm excited for that. And I think Voyager is going to be something that we can use in the future, you know? Okay. Can you look at BAT? I love my BAT, man. Vice City, baby. Vice City. You know how it is, Supreme K. You know how it is. Did you get on OGN? Hey, Supreme K, I just want to give you something. He's a younger guy. I just want to say, man, stay away from the flashy idiots in your life. Not saying you have them in your life, but that will come into your life. And you're young now, so you're going to see a lot of your young friends doing things that aren't that mature. You're kind of in a higher space, I'll be honest. The fact that your frequency is aligned with people. I was like that. At a young age, I hung out with a lot of older people. When I was in my young 20s, I had a 48-year-old director friend, and I was shooting little videos with him. And he had a friend who was 50, and we were going around the city of New York. And I always found myself gravitating towards older people. I don't know why. And I always found myself kind of like the young guy in a group of, and I'm talking about people way older than me, like 10, 15 years older than me. And you know what? I'm not saying you're better than your age group, but this is important. I'll tell you this feature isn't yet available in your region. Can't super chat. Sorry. In my region, in your region, right? Thanks, bro. Hit the like button. Yeah, but look, man, you guys are funny. You're in the age of crypto. Look, I have Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, all this right here to donate. So all you have to do is say, hey, I just sent you, a couple bucks in Bitcoin to your address and post the freaking, I'm just saying right here, anyone can send international payment. XRP takes seconds from anywhere in the world. So just saying, there's always an option. There's always a way. That's the crypto life too. People think like there's not a way. There's always a way. There's always a way. Thanks, bro. Hit the like button, please, guys. Thank you so much, Will Brown. You're the man, dude. Can you look at BAT? Yeah, we're going to look at B. I didn't get into OGN. I did not. I wish I did. How do you make 2K, Andy Garcia? So let's see. Let's see what Andy said here. I started with $900 a week ago, and I'm already up $2,000. Trust in the lifer way. I'm good finding projects and stuff because I like to do research. Yeah, cool. Thanks for the advice. Thanks, bro. Hit the like button. Yeah, I'm just saying, Supreme, because you're in a special place. Not many people are in your spot where you're at. And I was in a spot like that, unique. You're destined for a lot more greatness than most. I can't explain why, but you're seeking something bigger than most people your age. You're already kind of getting yourself to the height. Pay it forward, you tight ass. Oh, man. Does that take us away from monetization, Jesse? I don't know if we can use profanity, man. Anyway, let's take a look at basic attention token. Move and stop loss as profit increases on the BTC short. So the short's doing its thing. So look, he took a call live on the live stream. He's still in it to win it. He's still in it to win it. And look, we told you to get in at 48, right? 48,300 was the beginning of the short, right? That's what we said. We said begin to short this on the 1 hour, right? And watch the 1 hour curve to the downside. And so far, the short's been going great, right? 48.5 all the way back down to 47.3. And it's already a nice chunk of change. I already would have made 60% on this had I opened it up. Futures trading, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. That's so motivating, huh? Moving the stop loss into profit. So Will Anger took the call that we put out, and he is in profit already. Okay. Let's take a look at Basic Attention Token. All right. One of my favorite coins. I've been holding it for years. I'm talking years. A long time. Happy to see it go all the way to the 83 level to get dumped on again, then. And where did it dump, guys? You think it dumped to the 618 Fibonacci level? Do you think? Do you think it fell into the golden pocket between the 0.5 and the... Oh my... It did it again. Oh my gosh. We are magicians. Oh my gosh. No, we just know how to trade. Okay? We know how to trade. All right? And we don't use our emotions to trade. We use what we know. The issue is we have what we feel and what we know. And what we feel is way stronger than what we know. And the problem is we tend to listen to what we feel over what we know. And that is just horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I've been a victim to it too. Whenever I tell you guys things, it does not mean that I've never done them or that I am perfect. It means, yes, I have done it too. Okay? So look, I made a cup and handle here. Forgive me. Let's make a new one. This is a giant cup and handle. Giant. Look at this. One of the biggest cup and handles I've ever had to make in the game. That is a cup and handle on Basic Attention Token, if I've ever seen one myself. So, I see big things happening for Basic Attention Token. You see, they just bought a big search engine that's going to actually kind of be competitive with Google. Dude, they got something Google does not have. They pay their customers to watch ads in their own token. Like, not enough people talk about Basic Attention Token. So, while we're here, might as well plug my referral link because you guys help the channel out if you do this too. So look, join my Patreon, join my Telegram, right? Join Brave. Hit this. What is the Brave browser? Look, you see, if you watch me now, I got this little line here. I can turn this off whenever I get to a site. And once I turn it off, it'll hit me with the ads that the site has. And then I'll actually get paid Basic Attention Token to a little wallet that I have attached to my browser. Look at this, 3 times faster than Chrome, better privacy by default than Firefox, and uses 35% less battery on your mobile phone. Who doesn't want to save 35% of your battery while you're watching stuff on your mobile phone? Download Brave today. We all know what's wrong. All users get access to web activity and data is sold to the highest bidder. Internet giants grow rich while publishers go out of business. And the entire system is rife with ad fraud. Take back control with Brave, right? Block data grabbing ads and trackers. Blocking harmful ads and trackers means a faster internet. Browsers browse much more privately with Tor. Look at this on the right. Look, private with a Tor window. Private with Tor. This is the onion layer. If you don't know what Tor is, that's how you enter the deep space. That's how you get into the dark web. That's a whole nother story. I'm not going to get into how I got into the dark web and what I saw there. I did venture into the dark web a few years ago. I've done it twice in my life. It's called the secret web, the dark web. That's a whole another story. I should probably make a little kind of talk documentary about that because it's quite an experience, to be honest. Quite an experience. Supreme K, stay off of the dark web. All right. I know it's exciting. You're a young kid. Stay off the dark web. All right. Now he's immediately going to find out how to get into the dark web because that's, if you told me, that's what I would be doing. So I guess I did the wrong thing, but stay off the dark web, man. Stay off the dark web, bro. Story time. If we want to buy Luna via Binance, do we need to transfer Bitcoin to Bittrex to trade altcoins? You just made 2 things. If you want to buy Luna with Binance, you need to send Bitcoin from Bittrex to Binance. If you have a Bittrex account, you could do that. You can usually send from exchange to exchange, just depending. Sometimes an exchange wallet will say do not send to another exchange. You just got to be careful. Okay? I went over this. It showed you guys. It's a okay. If we want to buy Luna, yeah, okay, story time. I'd love to see a video on that. I don't know if I'm going to put a video on that. That was pretty crazy, my experience. I'm being honest. Like, I was scared. Like, someone offered me a Lithuanian passport for 300K. A guy also said if I gave him 900,000, or no, if I gave him 90 grand in Bitcoin, he would give me, no, 700,000 in Bitcoin. He would drop off a suitcase full of $1 million in cash in Washington Square Park in New York City. I also saw other people asking. I can't even get into it. It scared the bejesus out of me. Once I got deep in there, I got my ass out of there. I got my butt out of there. I won't be, maybe to see hidden upcoming crypto projects. Hey, no. Honestly, though, you only see one, or like 7% of the whole web is Google. 93% of the web lives on the dark web. So you're not seeing all the stuff that's on the web. It's all hidden from you. That's when I decided I wanted to get in. All right. So 89% gains for BAT coming on for you. It's a beautiful place to accumulate BAT. 1 hour is going to come back down. This may be a wider wedge like so. We may be coming back down onto the wedge to touch the 200-day moving average, which isn't going to be a bad idea. As we showed you before, that is the catalyst for these bigger moves. So here you go. Again, why would you sold the top? Well, the stochastics would have been high. You would have seen a little, no divergence yet really, but maybe on the 15-minute you would have seen some divergence. Yeah, swing up to swing up. So no divergence, but that's how you sell 4 hour, man. Look, away from the 21-day moving average. Look at that. Look how far we got away from it. Again, I teach you how to put this. Look, you can put this hand there. That's a big chunk. If you could put two hands, 1, 2, then you sell. Look, you can always get back in on the, you think, guys, you think it hit the Fibonacci retracement, guys? What do you guys think? This is what, the 10th time now today? So guys, you guys got such, you never know how the show's going to go. Today, the show went unbelievable teaching-wise. Like, I am amazed. Look, the 618 pocket again in the 0.5. I can't make this up. So I'm teaching you how to sell the top, how to buy back in a bull run. It's exactly, that's the formula. That's the formula. That is the formula. It's not easy to do. It takes some time. What a wonderful bounce, Sam. Build it and they will come. Thank you so much for saying that, sweetie. You're the best. You're the best, Denise. I always thought the dark web equaled heat. I always thought the dark web equaled heat. I don't know what he's saying, but you're right. Scary place. Scary place. Money for the people. I sold a kidney on the dark web. Maybe you did, man. Oh, my God. So any more tickers that I didn't get to, guys, hit me up with those tickers. It's 11:30. I'm going to have to jump out of here about 10, 20 minutes. So now a 2 hour show is really about the level we can go because I got content to create. I got tutoring to do. And we got so much more. I want to make sure all my lifers are up to speed and ready to rock. So what do you think about Link, KSM, XDC, GRT maybe? I like GRT. I started to accumulate more and more GRT. Last night, I bought another nibble of GRT. Just my body was like, this is the one. This is it. It's going to be a $20 coin, and it's going to make a big move. I said anytime it's below 180, I want it. I want GRT. Look, what do we see for GRT? Can anyone say it? I'm not going to even say it. Can someone else say it right now? Can someone else say it? What do we see for GRT? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Supreme K, my best student. My best student right now, because I know he's going to answer this. What do we see for GRT? What do we see, my friends? Put the calls on Twitter for today. I do put the calls on Twitter sometimes. I'm waiting for Supreme K, man. What do we see on GRT, my friend? There's hidden bullish that was established there. But I brought this up numerous times today. No. What do we see, guys? I brought this up like 20 times today now on the live stream. 20 times. I'm really trying to drill it home. Yes, 200-day moving average in the last 25% of the downtrend. My man, Paul Roberts, has hit it. Mr. Shrek. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you so much for coming on in. Bam. Okay, look, GRT, we're going to pull the fib. I didn't expect you to know the fib yet, but look, GRT came to where? Guys, same scenario. Price got far away from the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. You had the stochastics high above the dotted line. You had the RSI high above the dotted line. The MACD was telling you were extended. You were this far away from the 21. Sell it at $2.90, 80 cents, somewhere in here. Sell it. Watch it come back down to the 618. Accumulate in the golden pocket. Once you sell, then run and make your limit orders. The second you sell, down here, pull a fib on this and run. Now you at your top. And that gives you where to get in. Queens, big ups, man. One big cup and handle forming on GRT. It could be forming this. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It could be this like slight cup. Half a cup here and then a bigger handle. I see what you're saying. But the falling wedge, man, with the Fibonacci, guys, now it's going to test the 0.5 and begin its run. I'm telling you right now. Anytime this is below 180, it's a steal. It's a steal. It is a steal. Look, I have it projected to go all the way up here very fast to $3.60. That's going to be 100% gains for GRT. So don't sleep, man. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on GRT. All right, I'll send this out to the Twitter just like you asked. I'll clean it up a little bit. I'll clean it up. But shout out to everyone, guys. I think we're one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube. I'm being honest with you. I'm looking at it, and we're the most interactive. I watch a lot of these other guys' streams, and they're doing well, but they have thousands of subscribers and no likes, or thousands of subscribers, and I just don't feel like they're connecting the way we are connecting. So I'm super proud of this whole channel and this whole group. I like the way it's moving. I like what I'm seeing. I like how you guys are learning and helping each other in my other Telegram group. And shout out to everyone who's in the Patreon. I have a Patreon too. Join my Patreon. Here it is right here. If you learned something today, if you made money, join my Patreon. $25 a month gets you Patreon only updates. Thank you for supporting the lifer. Thank you. I'm going to have Discord live streams with only the Patreon members. So we're going to have a lot of stuff going on in here. Shout out to everyone. 25 members, $469 a month. You guys are unbelievable. Unbelievable. So thank you guys so much for being in here. Some quick little I was giving you guys, Adam, good trade to double your Bitcoin here. High probability this trade will play out as projected. Bitcoin on Adam. So I'm just giving you a slash there of what you get. You get some cool stuff in the chat. Thank you, Lifer. GRT seems buyable. GRT is my gem right now. I'm really liking it. When will ADA go to 80 cents? It will never go to 80 cents. Not happening. Not Eric Hale. I'm ready to sleep. So true. Also, not much interaction on other channels. You think we should all sell at 380 and then buy the dip and sell the top? Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see where we go. We got to find that feeling. We're going to wait for the 200-day moving average. We got to wait for all this to happen again. But it would be cool. Everyone should get ready to do this fun. Like, you should try to do this with small amounts. Right now, pick a random coin. Accumulate it right now. Like I tell you, accumulate it. When it pumps past the 21, sell it all, right? And this is not a project that you really want. Just try it with $200 to $300. Once you master it with $200, $300, master it with $500. Eventually, you'll be able to master it with a $50,000 position, and you'll be able to make $20K buying back in. Okay, you can make a lot of money buying back in. Let's take a look at ADA right now. Let's take a look at me in my life with ADA. Okay, I got into ADA. Okay, I got into ADA at 8 cents for $3,600. Okay, let's be honest. 8 cents down here, 8.6. I'm in ADA. All right. I'm trying to find like where it really is. So I just do it here. We'll do 8.7 because it's just getting tough, but it's a little lower than that. There it is, 8.69. Okay, we'll take that. So I'm going to show you how far I was up. And I'm going to teach you a little something. So look. So I made 2,254% on ADA. No lie. Like, true story. How I made 2,254% on ADA. Right? turned 3,600 into damn near 50K at this point. Let's see. And I'm not trying to brag, man. I'm trying to show you guys that this stuff is possible. It's really happening to me in real life. Like, this is not a joke. 42K right now, all right? 37,000 ADAs. So 42K right now on ADA, okay? Now, at the height of it, let's see, at the height of my move, I lost 44%, right, off of this 2,000. Not a big deal, right? We're still up thousands of percent. Got GRT at 178. Can you check REN, please? Looks like a gem as well. Yeah, REM is about to explode. It really is. It is. There's so much action right now. You got to just pick 100 coins are going to explode. Do you want to run in between all of them? Bake is blooding. Bake is blooding. You're so hilarious, man. You guys are funny, man. I swear. You guys must have bought. Whenever someone says something's bleeding or doing, like, yeah, it got banged out a little bit, but it's okay. Look, it's 4 hour oversold, man. They can't sell it off too much, and it's holding this beautiful line. You can see it. Bake's just doing its thing, man. Making a higher low. And it's forming that bowl, baby. This is a beautiful sign. You're letting your emotions see. You're thinking of how you feel and not what you know. Right? Bake is bloody. It's not very down. It's not very down. Like, it's looking great. It's making a higher low from the low that it made here at 81. It's actually up. Let's look. In the last few days, how much is it up? Right? It's up 56. It's up 36% in 5 days. I'm just saying it's up 36% in 5 days, but you said it's bleeding. I don't know, man. I guess it's all perspective. Can you check DOT, please? Invested 2K for Morn there. When did you put for Mom there? When did you put the money in? Markets are crashing. Eric Hale. Markets are crashing? I don't know, man. You guys are way too emotional, man. You gotta chill. The Dow Jones blowing itself. But look, as long as the Dow Jones hold this area, I'm not worried. Look, we wicked off of this support area that I drew. Now, if the Dow Jones starts to fall through here, it's going to be a bit of an issue. I do think the Fed is losing control. We're having issues with the repo markets. It's only a matter of time until the Fed loses control. BTC, BNB, Cake, Bake all seem to flow together. Not here for short time, though. That's what I'm saying, man. Oh, you got in at 32. Wow, that's high. We started buying DOT at $5, man. I made a movie about DOT. One of my biggest videos ever, right here. Price prediction, Polkadot to $400, 1,700 views, and I broke down why I like DOT, what was going on with DOT. What was the date on that? November 15th. The price of DOT when I went over it, when I was trying to put it on your radar, was $4.37, man. So I was giving you this. Well, you could have damn near 7x, 8x your money. And that's why you guys should really come to the channel, because I'm constantly killing you with information. I'm giving you the gems, man. It's all here. Like, so many of my videos are records of past wins. Like, you could just see this guy is winning just by looking at what I'm doing every single day. So it's all there. It's all there. Putting in the work, man. You put in the work, you get the fruition. You plant the seeds, you eat the fruit. Okay? But you gotta dig in the soil. You gotta get your hands dirty. You gotta plant the seed. You gotta be out there with the till. Right? That's what I'm doing right here. I'm tilling this. I'm working it. I'm grinding it. I'm gardening in these charts. $400. That's fine if I get to 32 as well. Haha. Matic. Market of fake papers. It really is. What's your view on Reef on the way? Think updates around the 31st might impact the price. So far, it's going up nicely. We love Reef. I made a video about Reef on my channel. So I guess a lot of people are new too. I have to remember that. You guys are new. So check out the channel, man. See what's going on. We made a Reef video. Make millions in crypto. Refinance a crypto that can make you millions. I went over Reef. And this video is gaining momentum. I think it's going to hit 10,000 views. It's gaining momentum, this video. Let's look at instead of market cap, it's better look at the fully diluted. Everyone's pissed off about the diluted. I appreciate the content on Reef. I've been stacking Reef. Great video, man. I had a lot of Reef, but it sounds like I need more. Great video, mate. Very informative. Started to get excited about Reef. Just about finishing research, and I'll be opening a nice bag. Also subscribe. Keep up the excellent content. Reef is the best DeFi project. I'm holding a lot of Reef. What will the Reef Prive guess at the end of March? Haha, love the background. Coste, man. Thank you so much. You should be checking out Neblio. $4 million market cap, $7 million supply, growing number of developers. That's actually a good idea. I like what he just said. Thanks for all your insight, Reef. I don't think this coin is bad, right? And so Reef is the blue chip. Reef for millions. People liked Reef, man. Yo, stack that Reef. Shout out to XRP Musa up in the spot, man. We're missing you, man. We're missing you. We're missing you. A couple weeks, come on through. The baby, yeah, give the baby a couple weeks, but come on through, man, whenever you want. Wow, you're stuck on CRV, BTC. I like how you're focused. I like how you're focused. That's how you make money. He's staying on one coin, and he's sticking to it, right? He's sticking to it. Bake is bleeding. Band protocol has... Oh, Band is going to be huge. I think Band... All right, top 5 coins for the spring explosion, okay? GRT, put that on your radar. SHR, put that on your radar. SHR, I'm telling you right now, up 8% today. I just wanted to show you guys something. I was looking at SHR. This is the shadiest wick I've ever seen, man. So, KuCoin, what are you doing? Why are you guys letting this stuff happen? That's manipulation, okay? This is obviously a beautiful... Someone's trying to kick people out of their SHR positions for whatever reason. Look at that wick. Let's look at that wick. Let's zoom in on that wick, because that wick was nasty. Look at that, man. That is insane. Look at that. Like, come on. Like, what are you doing to us? And now, when we look, I have SHR on 2 exchanges. The Bittrex exchange, it did nothing of the sort. It went right where it was supposed to. Hit the 200-day moving average. And that's, okay. So they wicked you. Okay, I'll take a wick out. I get it. You're an exchange. You put a big boy, one of your friends, he puts a big order in. You tell him you'll pay half the losses on the profit. So he goes in. This is what they do, guys. This is what they do. They call a friend of theirs that's kind of, disconnected or disconnected. 5 people away. They write a letter to their wife. Their wife drops the letter on the lady's desk. The lady then tells her husband. Like, there's no connection. They know how to do this properly. And they say, okay, at this time, you're going to nail it. And we're going to get these people out of this position. That is a shady wick, though. Look at that. Shadiest wick in the world. Came all the way back down to support. Even tried to play it off. Like SHR was really a cent and a half yesterday, like 2 days ago. Come on, man. Just be careful, man. Stop losses will hurt you in this crazy game. I'm accumulating without a stop loss. I'm being honest. When I take a trade, I'm using a stop loss. But when I get into a long-term hold, I'm not worried about losing my money, all right? I put in as I go, and as I keep gaining, then I'm away from risk, and I'm away from risk, It was a large sell order. That was crazy, though, right? Can you believe that? Renshi, man, what are they trying to do to our SHR, bro? Trying to send it down. But I really want to put that on your radar. Not many people know about SHR. I have a video on SHR. Find it in my group. Find it in my group. It's a great video. It's one of the first actual content videos I ever created. Check it out. SHR, man. SHR. So, what's your top 5 again? Right now, just for this time period. GRT. SHR. ADA. ADA is going to explode. Big moves for ADA. Okay? I like waves here. Why do I like waves? 4 hour. Forming that wedge. Double bottom. Interacting with the 200-day moving average. Forming a cup and handle as well for waves. So waves. Look at this. Cup and handle for waves. Also, price pumps. Comes back down. It just does the same stuff over and over again, guys. Like, I can't... It's like Fibonacci retracement into the 618 golden pocket. Pumps, right? Now what happens here? Let me show you exactly how to do your fib retracement. Grab the fib. If it would let me grab just the fib, I don't know why it won't, because it's the one I've had highlighted. Tell you what, man, sometimes the site is glitchy. It should be moving the fib for me. I'm going to delete it at this point. That's annoying. Anyway, now we go to this impulse. So this is the impulse to me. Came down and pump. So you have to have a pump, bring down, and that's where you start. This one went deeper. This was a deeper retracement, all right? Way past the 618 into the what I call the secret Fibonacci, which is the 706. But why? It had to kind of come inside with this zone. So you can see we pump, we boom up, and the price always comes back to the previous pump. So then we're going to boom up, and we're going to come back down to this previous pump. It's just how it works. Just how it works. If it does, I'll buy more, Andy. Do you think Reef will go back down to 3.5? Sell those low ball orders. Set those low ball orders. Yeah, but I mean, that was crazy, right? If anyone caught that low ball wick, I mean, to me, that would think it was crashing. I wouldn't set a low ball order down there because that's like you're catching a falling knife and it could keep going down. Like, that's not a strategy I would. He's talking about that wick on SHR. I wouldn't take that strat. I think that's how you get really wrecked. Anyway, because then I lack control. Like, I'm not in control anymore, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Zilliqua is my next on the list for you to hodl for the month of March. Zilliqua had a nice pump. Look, it does the same stuff, guys. Comes back down to the previous high. It does it. Look, that's where it tested. If we pull the Fibonacci, a lot of times it coincides with that Fibonacci retracement. This one went even lower too. Or we could have made the impulse here and shrunken it, or down there, I guess, but no. To me, this one also went lower on a nasty wick. So they brought it even to the 786. This one they dumped hard. And that's also the measured move of the double top. But you can see we're forming now the same type of pattern here. Okay. And I think we've gone over this now, because you'll see that all the altcoins will start to trade together. And this is, we showed you coins that broke to the upside already. And then we go to the daily and we look for that hidden bullish. So you see, we're taking divergences we're using pattern trading with divergences, with Fibonacci's, right? We're bringing it all together. And there it is, hidden bullish divergence. And we're also using oscillators like the MACD, the RSI, and the stochastics RSI. It was a larger sell after the AMA yesterday. Lots of people I know bought that flash crash, but it didn't actually get that low. So band protocol is your top 10 at least. Oh, definitely. Band is going to do some main things. I heard ADA could go to $10 long term, but when you said 80 cents, is that the short term high or long term? Where would you trade sell? Someone said 80 cents on this channel. I don't know what he was talking about. He was like, do you think we'll get to 80 cents? I'm like, we're already at $1.10. What do you mean? I think he's hoping for a dip. Anyway, so there you go. GRT, Zilliqua. Okay. GRT, Zilliqua. Okay. Waves, baby, waves, right? SHR. Okay. Hold these. And Reef token, man, it's going to be my 5. Kai Lin. You know what? I'm not a fan of Kai Lin, man. I'm going to hate on it for some reason. No, I'm not hating. I'm just not a fan. You know why? Too many fees on ETH. Look at this thing. Came up, dumped like a bomb, like no liquidity. I'm all set, man. Not enough information. A lot of people got wrecked on Kylan. A lot of people got it for free. I know you had to use it, but like, I'm not a fan yet. It's not established. Nobody knows about it. 2 on the low. I think it's going to be a big coin, but I don't know. I'm not. SHR is like Reef, kind of same price. It is, but it's a slow mover. You're going to see Reef pump way more than SHR. SHR is going to take a few months. No one knows about SHR. Nobody. Like, Reef has way more of a fan base, you know? Dex Tools. .io, right? Let's take a look at Dex Tools. Let's take a look at KYL, Kylan. Funny, you're heavy. Some people, it's funny too, is I'm starting to see like a, like people are heavy into one section of like Renchi is very heavy. Yeah, it seems to be consolidating now though. Probably a good place to snatch it up on the 30-minute. You really can't get much information. 5-minute had a nice bottom there. Interesting. Dex Tools is great. 96 Dex score though, right? Total liquidity 4.4 million. Daily volume 32 million. Pooled with ETH 1.4, 1,400. Pooled Kylan So pool wrapped ETH, 1,400 wrapped ETH, total holders, 3,586. Interesting. Check out BMI while you're there. BMI, man, Bridge Mutual. That's something I think actually possibly should be getting help. I'm just staying away from Uniswap, man. I can't handle the fees. I'm not rich enough. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I'm not trying to pay $100 to buy $100 worth of something. I'm just not into it. It's not my thing, right? I'm not trying to pay high fees. Like, look, I'll attempt to do this with you guys right now, and I'll show you. I'll prove to you why I'd rather hold. Wow, I didn't even know we had that many likes. Yo, check out the BMI while you're there. I put in the Uniswap call. So look, if we go to Uniswap, and I did get the Uniswap airdrop. I was one of those first few people getting into Uniswap early. I got blessed with Parsec. Parsec really kind of took it for me. 500 in at 19 cents turned into $3,000 on Parsec. So shout out to Parsec for holding me down. Shout out to Elio Trades for giving me that Parsec call. I like Elio Trades for that. So look, we look at my ETH. I don't have a lot of ETH in there. Let's take a look at my ETH. Connect the wallet, MetaMask. I'm always on the Binance Smart Chain. Yeah, I'm not playing games. You know, you could put 1 inch on the Binance Smart Chain. You know that, right? Yes. I go to Binance and I spit out all these coins to my MetaMask wallet on the BSC through their BSC. I use the BSC. Then I go to 1 inch, and 1 inch implemented Binance Smart Chain last week, and now I'm staking my 1 inch without the hassle of ETH. So, how I freed my 1 inch. That should be another video. How I freed my 1 inch from the clutches of ETH and let it be free to make me money. You know, I can't believe I'm hating on ETH that much, and I think they're going to figure it out. I really do. They're going to figure it out. Wrong network. That makes sense. I'm on the Binance Smart Chain. You have to go up here and change the network. Seems like the internet's a little funky today. ETH the main net. There you go. Hit my max amount of ETH. I have 0.0. Don't even have enough ETH to buy it. Kylan. KYL. There it is. The Kylan network. Import it. Trade at your own risk. I understand. So let's just say I was going to leave a little in the tank. I don't think that's enough to even get in. But let's see. Swap. Confirm swap. And let's go look at the fees. Transaction will see through the error undefined. It's probably an issue with one of the tokens. If the number changes fast. So there, we're going to look here. It's going to make it over now. $30. $30. $26, right? $26 for the gas fee. All right? That's not even if I edit to fast. If I want it fast, $31. Now look, I'll show you what I have in my wallet. All right? Look what I have in my wallet. We're going to reject that. I have $21. I was just trying to buy $10 worth of Kylan. They were going to charge me $30 to buy $10 worth of Kylan. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing that. So I'm not talking about ETH because I'm not hurting brand new kids. Like, there's people who come into my channel, and if I tell them this stuff and they go in there, they're going to be pissed at me, and they're going to actually hit the unsubscribe button. ETH will actually damage my channel if I don't explain what's happening properly. You get it? Because people will be like, why would I spend $10, $30 to buy something worth $10? And then it puts a bad name on crypto. And then people go out to their friends and family and they say, oh, this crypto shit is whack. My credit card and my Venmo are like this, and my Cash App. I tried to buy something on that new Uniswap, and they wanted $30 for 10. Those crypto guys are dumb. They don't even have it figured out yet. So, like, ETH's kind of not cool what ETH did. They should have tested this out better, because someone should have ran a projection on this and realized that, like, yeah, the crypto space is still doing well, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. But I'm just, I'm cautioning everybody, because paying high fees to do stuff like that is not good for the crypto space. It's just not. So we're getting a dump in all markets. Pretty fat dump here in the regular market, and pretty fat dump here in crypto. Now, if you see down tokens holding it up, but Pearl BTC is still holding it down at 40%, all the way up to 10 USD. This thing was 6 cents. What a blast. Robert Cost, I have a lot of XLM. Should I convert to something else? And up to you, man. I don't know. I mean, that's up to you, really. I would sell half on the next big pump, just not like believing it 100%. You got to diversify. Like, I own 50 coins, 60 coins. You want to have a bunch of different coins on the radar. you know? So like BLZ, look, we have a lot of green today despite the pain, you know? Someone asked about IOTX. IOTX is big in the space. I think it's going to start moving. Looking at the Bitcoin pair actually starting to make it do its thing. Starting to make that rounded bottom and move on up to the upside, making higher highs. So I like what I'm seeing here. 4 hour also looks good on the stochastics. But it's our only choice to hold why I've died to keep it on MetaMask long term. Thanks, Sam. It's true. It's true. But you know what sucks is like what happens to the day when I want to get rid of my why I've died? How high are the fees going to be? How much are they going to take of my interest that I've paid? I'm waiting for a better network. Soon we're going to have ramen got smashed $16 to $4. Yeah, bro. But that's why it's a good time probably to get into ramen now. I like to wait for these things to get smashed. And that's when you want to open up. That's when you want to open up these, like let's look at the smokehouse right now. I got out at 270 yesterday, 2 days ago now. Let's look at where it is now. You want to make sure once you're in it for 5-6 days, it's time to get out, right? Still giving you the 1,600% return on the stake and 958% on that. Unlock my wallet. Look, but it's $1.37 now, man. This thing was just $3 and it was $12 recently. Be careful on this stuff. You know, I did, you know why? Like I took someone's advice. You know, I made a video about how to yield farm like a boss. I know that's what I was thinking. Fine. I never thought about that, but I made a video how to yield farm like a boss. And then someone said, you don't even tell them about impermanent losses. So then I made a video about a permanent loss and I decided, you know what? I'm going to cover all my bases. And this article will discuss one of the most important concepts, impermanent loss. So every day we're working hard to help you guys. Like we're trying not to let one thing slip through the cracks. Like I try to touch all my bases. I like Stansberry Research. She's cool. Crypto 1DO, 2 top crypto and Bitcoin stories and charts. Interesting. Kasky, like him as a rapper too. Check him out. I rap, so I'm always trying to plug a rapper. But there you go. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to jump into the news now. I feel like we did some good ticker action. We had some fun. Alpha will go up very soon. I like Alpha. Alpha Finance is down. Let's look at Alpha. I like your call on that, Supreme K. Alpha looks nice. I have 5 gem coins that I got recently. New NORD Finance, Alpha, okay, Cocos BCX, Yam, okay, and Grosso Coin, all right? So, and I got those from Crypto Lifer, man. I mean, I got those from, number one, those are Tokenmetrics picks. Tokenmetrics found those as the most probable to make a lot of money. So Tokenmetrics has already shown that it makes you more money by using it. So I'm just bringing that up there, right? So we look at Alpha. What is Alpha doing? Let's take a look. Now, remember I said Alpha is either going to come up or come down and form that channel. Look, it went down. If I actually undo that work, you can see. So I had a line in the sand for Alpha. Remember I said it's either going to continue in this channel or it's going to come down on this channel. And look what it did. It ended up in this channel here, coming down. Also, shoulder, head, shoulder. That's a head and shoulder pattern. It's the worst pattern in the game. Whenever I see it, I run for the hills. And look, it usually gives you this length. That's your measured move. And we got even more pain off that. So, where are we at now, though? We're on the 4 hour with a falling wedge interacting with the 200-day moving average. We saw like 10 coins blow up after that. What do you think is going to happen here? Not sure. Let's take a look at the daily. Do we see hidden bullish divergence? Okay. I would like one of you guys to come up and do this because I feel like all the coins look the same. Hidden bullish divergence. Ready to rock. Daily, though, is high on the stochastics. Interesting. So we already kind of had our bigger move. Looks like we're going to go sideways. I don't like, it's sad that the daily already got this high. We could even double top up here, though. You can see we were right here, and that was the beginning of a catalyst for a big move. So it doesn't mean it's over. This actually could be the beginning of a bigger move. So, wow. Just starting to get going here. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour also is set to go. So I like Alpha right here. You're right. I like where Alpha's sitting. Alpha's looking nice. Alpha's looking really, really nice. So we have hidden bullish divergence established on the 4 hour and on the daily. We're breaking on up. Let's take a look at where we went on the Fibonacci. And to me, it looks like a 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. You tell me, but I'll show you right quick. We're gonna hit Alt F on that, and then we're gonna drag that on up. And that's going to give us the 618 to the secret fib, which I added the 706. It's not going to be in your Fibonacci levels. It's going to go the 618 right to the 786, but I added the 706 because an expert trader told me that he found that it happens all the time. How do you do that? How do you do that? Well, you go here and click on the fib, and you hit settings on the Fibonacci. And here you hit your scales, your lines, your symbol. Wait, hold on. It probably picked the wrong one. Here we go. And there's my fib, and you can add the 706. Like, you can click any one of these and add them. Right? And so I just clicked one down here, turned it yellow, and turned it into the 706. Okay. Coordinates, visibility. Okay. So we're getting that low, which is nice, and touching the 200-day moving average. We're getting across. I like what we're seeing. That probably was your buy off the 0.5 at 152. 174 and may come back down one more time. Stay in the chop between the 0.382 and the 0.5 Fibonacci. Remember that daily isn't in the perfect place, but it is a new coin. So let's go back to the 4-hour, kind of really give us our confluence there. I like Alpha, man. Put this on your radar. So here's my other 5 coin winners. Alpha, Nord Finance, Cocos, BCX, Yam, and Grosso Coin. Write those down. Write those down. They're kind of like sleeper holds on the low, right? More coming for these. I want to take a really close look at Alpha on CoinMarketCap. And then we're going to get into the news for Bitcoin. Find hidden divergence by using RSI easily, right? Yes. That's why I use, a lot of people are like, oh, the RSI is outdated. I don't use that anymore. I use it because it perfectly perfects my divergences, like absolutely perfectly. Hydro is blowing up too. Hydro on my radar. People talking about Hydro. Let's look at the local coins here. Cardano down at 114. Tether losing. See, look at Tether with the dollar playing games and Tether down a cent. You don't want to be losing or 0.001, whatever. It's a stable coin. There's an NFT drop today in 7 minutes. That's rude. No offense. The Crystal one, NBA Top Shot. Okay, thank you. Yeah, tell us what it is. There's an NFT drop in 7 minutes. NBA Top Shot. Yeah, but you're probably gonna have to pay extremely high gas fees. So like, why? Like, I just don't. Like, I'd rather buy Dot or Kylan than do this nonsense. I just think you're gonna make more money than chasing this stuff. I talked about Hydro yesterday, I think 2 days ago. You did. You put it on my radar. NBA reveals 2,000 Rising Stars rosters on the NBA Top Shot. Everything you know about snag Top Shots Rising Stars pack drop 1 day ago. $1 million pack. Can you send a link, man, please? You send a link into the Telegram right here. Just say, hey, Top Shot. So I don't have to go searching for it, waste time. If you're part of the Telegram group. If not, join the Telegram group and then put a link in there. That'd be awesome, man. You'd be the man for doing that. And then we can get into it. And I'll show you the site. And maybe I'll cop it. I don't know, though. I don't even have time by the time I sent the money in. Mark Cuban invests in undisclosed sum in NFT platform Mintable. Billionaire investor and owner of the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban, put his money where his mouth is and invest in Mintable, an NFT platform. The firm tweeted they were proud to be a Mark Cuban company and also took the opportunity to recruit staff in what is presumably a direct result of Cuban's investment and surging demand for NFTs. It's official. Mark Cuban has invested in Mintable, and we are now proud to be one of the Mark Cuban companies. Mintable is also hiring multiple jobs: engineering, front-end, full-stack, UX, UI, marketing, customer support. Email resume to sarah@mintable.app to apply. Mark Cuban on blockchain and NFTs. Cuban has invested in hundreds of companies over the years. What's more, his eye for sporting trends has earned him a reputation for being a shrewd businessman. Although Cuban has only warmed to Bitcoin recently, he's also been a big fan of Ethereum. In a recent Defiant podcast, Cuban said smart contracts are why he favors Ethereum over Bitcoin. He said with them, the scope for innovation is endless, leading to what he calls friction-free banking. I agree. This is big news. Mark Cuban up in the spot, in an NFT spot too, in a niche of crypto. That doesn't get you going. I don't know what does. Gemini Dollar, GUSD, is a stablecoin pegged to and backed by the US dollar, held in reserve at a State Street Bank and Trust Company. GUSD was created by the cryptocurrency Gemini Exchange, which is founded by Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss. Gemini received approval from the New York Department of Finance to launch its stablecoin in 2018. The company has claimed that GUSD is the first regulated stablecoin, though Paxos also launched an NYDFS regulated stablecoin the same day. The Gemini Trust Company holds U.S. deposits that correspond to the number of tokens in circulation. Yeah, I believe that. Anyway, I hope so. I hope so. I shouldn't put FUD. I hope so. Ooh, what is that? See, that was shady, man. Ah, man. I can't stand this stuff. Crypto art. It's not just for art's sake. It's an investment. Mumbai. Nyan Cat, a cult GIF from YouTube that mixed a catchy pop song with an animated cat, became an interest sensation. Turned 10 last month. To commemorate this, creator Chris Torres made a one-of-a-kind rendition of the animation and sold it for $590,000 in an online auction. One GIF animation late last month. If West has been swooning over non-fungible tokens, art, India aesthetes too have begun trawling through the marketplace for digital collectibles, music videos, animations, and installations. They use Ethereum, a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, with blockchain technology that stores information. What's more, these buyers are discovering made in India digital art. Siraj Hassan, for instance, is a Chennai-based artist and an illustrator whose first service, titled Caged, is being lapped up by the collectors. Okay. Then we have crypto enthusiasts burn and digitize a Banksy artwork. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. They burn and digitize the Banksy artwork. So now you can never get the real artwork. You could only get the NFT. Crypto industry to Biden. Criminals, we are not. The cryptocurrency business wants to convince Biden administration it does more than finance criminal enterprises. Christine Smith, an executive director, Blockchain Association, a leading trade association in the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry, tells Fox Business the group is mounting a charm offensive with key members of the Biden administration as potential new regulation looms. Smith said the group has been meeting with staff members in the Treasury Department and is in the middle of scheduling meetings with the Secretary Janet Yellen and nominated Deputy Secretary Wally Adeyemo, the point man on crypto and technology matters. Who is this guy? We got to find out who this guy is because, right? Interesting. Where is his placement in all this, right? A Nigerian-American economic and political advisor. He was the first president of Obama Foundation and is President Joe Biden's nominee for... man, this is already kind of... I'll be honest, man. I don't know if you love Obama. I voted for the guy, but I did some deep research and we did some of the worst things during his operation. Like he smiled and waved like this while we were doing some horrible stuff. Anyway, I want to get into it. I won't get into it, but wow. Posted on Telegram. Let me see what you said here. NBA Top Shot. So here we go. Thank you so much for doing that, man. You just you're part of the show now. $14 drag and drop USD seeing the stars. Ismail, thank you so much for subscribing. This looks a little shady to me. He looks super young, man. He looks super young. Connections to Nigeria, one of the shadiest scam countries in the world. Not to be rude. If you're Nigerian, I'm so sorry. Shout out to everyone jumping on in. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. That's a little shady, though. I'm going to do some more deep down research into that. But is that really the dude we want running crypto? Anyway, shout out to him. Maybe he's doing... Well, he went to Yale, right? So he's in there with the skull and bones. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's a lot of behind the scenes in these Ivy League schools, man, going on. I'm telling you. Bitcoin isn't acting like stocks. Stocks are acting like Bitcoin. As the financial world debates rising treasury yields and waits for Fed Chair Powell comments, has Bitcoin become just another risk asset? Over the last year, there's been a growing correlation between the stock market and Bitcoin. Some of this is attributed to the new traditional participants in Bitcoin. Some of it is attributed to the Bitcoin acting less like an uncorrelated hedge and more like just another risk asset, right? In the episode, Enwell argues that the notion Bitcoin has started acting more like stocks is in fact completely backwards. Instead of in a negative real estate rate environment, stocks have started to act a lot more like Bitcoin as a store of value. It's true, because why would you want to be in the US dollar when you could be in a stock that's going up? Ripple pilots private ledger for central bank digital currencies. The CBDC platform will be powered by the same blockchain technology as Ripple's public XRP ledger. Ripple is piloting a private ledger to provide a platform for the issuance of central bank digital currencies. The CBDC private ledger will be powered by the same blockchain technology as Ripple's public XRP ledger. This means the ledger will be built both for payments and issuing digital currencies. According to the blog post, the CBDC central bank digital currencies ledger will aim to move money at low cost with the speed and volume demanded by central banks, while also meeting their standards of security. It's getting to the point where we had the repo shutdown. We had an issue with the Federal Reserve error the other day. I think they actually need the technology. I think they won't be able to survive without it. Dallas Mavericks to accept Dogecoin for tickets and merchandise. The team will soon be accepting the crypto as part of a deal with payment services provider BitPay. The Dallas Mavericks will soon be accepting the meme-based cryptocurrency as part of an agreement with crypto payment services provider BitPay, which is rolling out the coin as a payment option for merchants and consumers. The team is no stranger to crypto, have accepted Bitcoin as a method of payment for almost 2 years. The Mavericks have decided to accept Dogecoin as payment for the Mav tickets and merchandise for one very important earth-shattering reason, because we can. Mark Cuban, the team's billionaire owner, barked in a press release. It's not Cuban's first Doge show. Early last month, Cuban tweeted that he bought some Doge in order for his son to teach him about the crypto markets. For those of you who would like to learn more about Dogecoin, we strongly encourage you to talk to your teenagers who are on TikTok and ask them about it. They'll be able to explain it all to you. Isn't that funny, man? Doge took over. Doge took over the generation, Z? Is Apple buying Bitcoin, separating fact from fiction? With leading tech companies such as PayPal and Tesla embracing Bitcoin, industry observers are looking to Apple as the next major firm to step into crypto. Will it really add Bitcoin to its balance sheet? Google has partnered with multiple crypto-focused companies, becoming an enterprise network validator for Theta, a decentralized video streaming crypto project, and more recently added a dedicated crypto data tab to its finance page. Microsoft launched Identity Overlay Network built on Bitcoin, blockchain, and Bitcoin, Bitoon. Yeah, it says Bitcoin, and filed a patent in 2020 for a crypto mining system powered by human activity. That was really cool. I saw that, actually. You move around and you do certain tasks in your house and you mine cryptocurrency. Pretty weird. Like move an object from one desk to the next. That creates a movable, mineable action that then mines cryptocurrency. Pretty interesting, to say the least. So Apple should launch its own cryptocurrency exchange, and I believe Apple will. Apple first came under scrutiny for its crypto community in 2012 after 2 Bitcoin apps were removed from the App Store on the grounds that apps must comply with legal requirements in any location where they're made available. It wasn't until March 2014 that Apple reconsidered its stance on Bitcoin and crypto apps after a number of other crypto-centric apps, including Coinbase's mobile app, were booted from the App Store. Apple announced plans to change its anti-crypto policy in June of that year during the annual worldwide. Apple shows interest in Bitcoin and blockchain. In 2019, it submitted a document with the U.S. Securities and Exchange that outlined the company's role in establishing blockchain guidelines for responsible business alliance, responsible minerals initiative, a consortium of companies dedicated to improving welfare standards for the mineral miners in their supply chains. Talk about Reef, baby, Reef. Yeah, Egyptians are buying Bitcoin despite prohibitive new banking laws. Egyptian crypto trading volume and exchange signups increased dramatically the past January, capping off an already high volume in 2020. Egyptian users registered on UK-based cryptocurrency exchanges Sex.io rose 250% in January. According to the firm's executive director, Konstantin Anasomov, Bitcoin trading volumes in Egypt and CEX.io, centralized exchange, were up more than 400% from December to January, reflecting trends seen by other crypto platforms in the country. For Egypt, I haven't seen anything like that on our exchange, referring to the spike. So things are starting to get out of control, man. We're starting to make a move. Need Dapper for the NBA hotshot and cannot sell for Dapper due to high demand. See? Any opinions on TRX? Thank you so much for the great content, Lifer, and congratulations on your newborn. Anytime, man. Anytime. Michael Saylor, shares sinking, spends $10 million to buy yet more. Who cares if the shares are sinking? They're priced in the US dollar, so of course, right? Bitcoin intelligence for MicroStrategy. Business intelligence for a MicroStrategy, which has essentially linked its fate to the performance of Bitcoin, announced it has bought another $10 million of the largest cryptocurrency. MicroStrategy said it bought about 206 in cash at an average price of about $48,888. The company said that as of Friday, it now holds 91,000 BTC that were bought at a combined price of, for a combined purchase price of $2.1 billion, for an average price of the coin of $24,000. Man, he averaged himself down to 24,000. He has doubled he has made billions of dollars at this point. He made $1 billion in front of everybody like that. Like that. And everyone else can still complain, right? While MicroStrategy's crypto investment is still about twice what he paid for it, Bitcoin is more than 10,000 off its all-time high set last month. The company's shares have lost roughly half their value in the same time. Doesn't make any sense. I think the shares are undervalued. I think whoever doesn't realize that is a fool. Bybit to suspend services for the UK customers after FCA crypto derivatives banned. Singapore-based cryptocurrency exchange Bybit announced Friday it will cease providing its services to customers from the UK following a regulatory ban. That's sad because that takes a lot of liquidity out of the market, right? And see what's happened in the last few minutes, and then we're going to run on out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining me in the live stream. Thank you. Red Dog, top of the morning, Mr. Life for strong work. Keep pushing. Red Dog, my man. Thank you so much, Red. Anytime, man. Anytime. Anytime. Yo, we're here, man. We're here. We're not giving up the fight. We're here. I still can't believe they're rocking 1 inch down. They're trying to do everything they can, but I will sit and buy these dips. I will sit and buy these dips happily. Because you know why? I'm looking at a stochastic on the daily and the 4 hour that is so oversold that they can't scare me. Because you know what? I don't go on what I feel. I go on what I know. And what I know is every time the stochastic gets this low, we go to the upside. And I see us consolidating and getting tighter and tighter into this wedge. Perfect time to buy more 1 inch at $3.66. That's what I say. That's what I say. How did that Bitcoin short go? We started it. I told you to start it at about $48,400. And so far, we have predicted a proper short exactly to the T. I told you to go to the 1 hour and begin the short right here when we hit the top of the channel. 48,000, even 400 at one point we were at where you could have snatched it up. And we're already down. The short went perfectly to plan, just as I discussed at the beginning of the show. So I gave you this trade at the beginning of the show. You could close it right now and consider it done. Again, don't do anything I show you on this channel. None of it is financial advice. But obviously, you could have made money doing what if you replicate what I do, you may actually make some ends. But anyway, let's see what's going on for Bitcoin right now. John McAfee, up in the news, man. John McAfee charged with securities fraud and money laundering. The U.S. Department of Justice has indicted cryptocurrency baron John McAfee on charges of security fraud, wire fraud, and money laundering. Jamie Gale Watson, the executive advisor of McAfee's cryptocurrency team, who also was arrested in Texas on March 4th. In her statement, a Manhattan U.S. attorney, Audrey Strauss, claims that the two used social media to make a fortune through lies and deception. As alleged, McAfee and Watson exploited a widely used social media platform and enthusiasm among investors in the emerging cryptocurrency market to make millions through lies and deception. The defendants allegedly used McAfee's Twitter account to publish messages to hundreds of thousands of his Twitter followers, touting various cryptocurrencies through false and misleading statements to conceal their true self-interest motives. I disagree. Two fraudulent. The DOJ's press release stated that the cryptocurrency baron came up with two fraudulent schemes to tout cryptocurrency. I recommend what I believe will be the surviving coins and tokens of the future. If this is bad, then I am bad. Label me as you wish. One of them involved pumping and dumping tokens with the help of false advertisement on Twitter. The other one consisted of promoting initial coin offerings in exchange for secret compensations. Furthermore, in several instances during this ICO touting scheme, McAfee and Watson took active steps to conceal their secret compensation arrangements with ICO users from ICO investors, and McAfee made false and misleading statements and omissions to hide such deals. The antivirus software Vechain was originally indicted by the DOJ on charges of tax evasion in October. McAfee is currently detained in Spain, pending extradition to the United States. But he finally makes it into the news, man. They really haven't been giving him any clout. At least he can get up there and make his statement. When there's more to Chainlink's growth than what meets the eye. I do believe that too as well. Breaking Bitcoin mining firm Cypher set to go public at $2 billion valuation. Wow, that's a big deal. Bitcoin mining firm Cypher set to go public at $2 billion valuation with the SPAC merger. My whole thing is this: why do you want to go public when we're like, the whole system, man? Why do you want to buy stocks for US dollar? I don't get it. I don't get the system. Like, to me, the system isn't what I would want to be doing, right? I don't know. Like, oh yeah, let me buy this stuff for US dollar and then have to freaking sell it when the dollar tanks. I just, why don't we gotta have something better? We gotta have just something better in general. I don't know. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining us and being a part of the live. And that's gonna kind of wrap it up for the day, right? It's gonna wrap it up for the day. Why Bitcoin whale deposits may lead to a pivot, may lead to a price drop. I don't know, man. I should read all this stuff, but some of this news is just funny to me. Like, Ektamori, like, who is this lady? Like, and why do we have to listen to anything she says? See? journalists at AMBC Crypto Mumbai. They write anything they can just to get a click. It's just like clickbait on YouTube. Emergency. You'll read the article and really will have no substantiability. Like substantial. It won't be substantial. It'll have nothing to it. So some guy who does his thorough research all day long, gives live trades on the live stream. Like I told you to short Bitcoin right there at that point. You could close the trade. I said close the trade at 47,200. That's when I suggested it would be a good time. You know, you don't have to be in these long. Just take your gains and move on to the next one. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. And today, if you're new to the channel, every day we say crypto is life. Thank you to all my super chatters. I'm going to shout you guys out. I'm going to find you right now. Where are all my super chats? Where are you guys at? Should be able to find you pretty easily, right? Shout out to Rafael Nada for the super chat on HBAR. Shout out to Bashwar Awad. Now you can upgrade to Starbucks latte. Enjoy. And shout out to someone else. There was 3. I swear there was 3. I see 2 now. But I would have sworn there was 3. But anyway. Oh, yeah. And then Carlos. He sent the one from Chile at the beginning of the live stream. Thank you guys so much for all the donations. Thank you for all the love. I want to do more TA, but I'll be practicing once you end the stream by myself. Of course, man. Of course. Sign up for a one-on-one. What I want you to do is get into Reef, right? When Reef does its thing, sell $100 of it and get a tutoring session with me. That way I paid myself because I got you to, you know, I showed you how to make the money to then pay for the tutoring session. You see what I'm saying? Theta Mainnet 3.0 launch. That's a big deal. Theta Mainnet 3.0. That's going to be a big deal too, man. Shout out to Shani Bitcoin. I'm going to shout him out. Shani Bitcoin, man. Funny guy. I got a little different approach, but I like what he does and I like what he talks about. So I'm going to give him a shout out. Shout out to Shani Bitcoin up in the spot, man. Up in the spot. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm out of here. I'm going to continue my day, do what I have to do. But it was amazing times. It's the saddest time of my day when I end the live stream. It really is. I never know where it's going to go or how we're going to end, but today was amazing. Today was absolutely amazing, and I feel great. I hope you feel good. And we're going to say crypto is life together as we get ready to do this. So, 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. I wish I could hear you all together saying it. Imagine all 50 of us. Crypto is life. You know? Echo that through your minds. There's nothing else. I'll see you back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Thank you guys so much and have a great day. Peace. Be safe. What an amazing day. What an amazing day.